Right here.
Hey, James,
I think he's in shock. His mother passed away. He's the sole caregiver, and I just think he's in shock.
That his mom stays at the other house and no one has gone.
What the?
And then she's still there.
And she's still at the house and no one has gone.
What?
Oh.
Officers respond to welfare check calls every day. But what happens when one of those routine calls turns out to be a horrifying ordeal they won't forget anytime soon?
Oh, it's her. She's 10-7.
He took her face and smashed it and kept smashing it into the tiles.
These were the moments when cops went pale after horrifying welfare check. Next up, when officers uncovered a crime in which a woman's greed for money drove her to do the unthinkable, even turning against her own husband.
And then come January, there was just no contact.
No contact at all come January. Has she mentioned anything about, like, you know, their separation or anything like that to you?
She did mention that she was probably going to file a month or two ago.
I'm sure she destroyed it if there was any.
She said that Craig gave her that money to buy the house with.
Or he sold his roofing company to this kids in town.
On May 12th, 2025, officers in New Mexico received a call from a man reporting that his friend had been missing since January. With no updates or information about what might have happened, the man eventually contacted the police. What began as a welfare check quickly raised concerns.
At 97, Heather?
No, sir, I hadn't. I've been really worried about him
Okay.
since January.
Since January?
Yeah.
So, is it like, do they live here like part-time, or is it like full-time kind of thing? Do you know?
Well, he moved up here. They moved up here full time.
Okay.
Oh, this was back about 2 years ago, and we were real good friends and everything.
Okay.
And we were both on the James County Fire Department.
Mm-hmm.
And then come January, there was just no contact.
No contact at all come January? Yeah. Okay. Have you seen any vehicles or anything? Anybody in there?
There was a black car that was up here, and they parked up there in the shop right there in the shed.
Yeah.
But they were kind of discreet.
Okay.
And they had Texas plates on it, and I seen them drive by a few times, but
did you recognize the vehicle? Was it like something that they usually drive, or
no.
About like how often would you say you guys usually talk, or?
Oh, he talked all the time.
Like, was it like phone calls, messages, or just like in person?
Oh, he just wanted to help me do all this driveway.
Oh, okay.
He just wanted to help me do this roof.
Okay. Okay, so you guys would hang out.
Yeah, we were
like
real
that.
good friends.
Gotcha. And you said since January you haven't seen anybody, heard from him or anything like that?
Yeah, January, I got sick, he got sick, and then a couple of other people on the fire department got sick.
Okay.
And then it was after that, he just disappeared.
Okay.
I didn't know if he got sick and passed away, or I didn't know what happened.
Okay.
Because I ain't been able to talk to him or nothing.
Gotcha. All right, Mr.
I know his mom was in real bad health over in Breckenridge.
Okay.
And that's where they were supposed to move back to for the time being.
Breckenridge?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
I was
definitely.
real good friends with him.
Yeah, that's what we're here pretty much, just checking up on him, make sure that he's okay, that, you know, there's nothing going on. But alrighty, sir. If I have any other questions or anything like that, I'll give you a call, okay?
I appreciate it.
Have a good one. Yes, sir. Take care.
At this point, officers were trying to piece together what had happened to the man, identified as 60-year-old Craig Thetford. According to the information gathered, his family had not heard from him since January and could think of no reason that would explain such a sudden disappearance.
Yes, ma'am. How are you? I'm Deputy Pintor with the Turner County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
We were looking for Craig Thetford.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Craig.
Okay.
We're buying the house from him.
Okay.
He was in Breckenridge taking care of his mom.
In Breckenridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Texas. And yeah, we've been trying to get a hold of him because we're paying money every month, and he was doing a spreadsheet for us, and yeah.
So you guys are buying the property over here next door?
We're buying this one.
This one, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha, okay.
Yes.
How long has it been since you have spoken to him or seen him?
It has been since January.
Since about January?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, his wife Dina is my friend. She's in and out from the house down there.
Okay.
But she hasn't really talked to him either, which is weird.
Have you talked to Dina lately?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And have you asked her anything about, like, Craig, how he's doing or anything like that?
From what she's telling me, she's not talking to him either.
She's not. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are they, like, not together right now?
I think they're splitting up.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm
okay.
sure that's what's happening.
And when was the last time you saw Dina here in the area?
It's probably been about 3 weeks now.
About 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She's supposed to
Okay.
be coming to town this week, though.
Okay. Has she mentioned anything about, like, you know, their separation or anything like that to you?
She did mention that she was probably going to file probably a month or 2 ago, 2 months ago.
A month or two ago.
Yeah, she kind of
Okay.
made that decision
Gotcha.
last time. Is everything okay?
Yeah, so pretty much what the reason we're here is we're here because some of Craig's friends were worried about him because they haven't heard from him in a while.
Hey.
So that's why we came out here, try to see if he was here, just make sure that he's okay. Obviously, as you already know, there hasn't been anybody staying in the house for a while. So we're just kind of trying to piece everything together. Just want to make sure that he's okay.
As the investigation progressed, information from new witnesses revealed that Craig was married. This detail caught investigators' attention because, according to the information gathered, the couple had been going through a separation. Meanwhile, negotiations for the sale of a piece of land that belonged to Craig were still ongoing with his wife, identified as Dina.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here.
I'm not seeing anything that's changed or moved. Same motion lights turning on like nobody's flipped any switches or changed anything. You just took that notes?
Yeah, I did. Well, I couldn't open it because it's latched close, but I don't smell anything. Oh, what's this? Fire pit?
Garage opening.
Downstairs entry! Through the garage!
Clear up this way. Sheriff's office! Dwelling. Sheds first. And then we'll start.
Good job, gentlemen.
Police department!
Sheriff's office is at your cell! Search warrant!
Looks like you have an upstairs. Small room, got a door. Small room coming out.
Okay. Light it up.
Small room.
I'm gonna go right.
Clear.
Clear.
Let's go. So I'm looking to see if there's any cameras, but I haven't seen them.
There's cameras on the back side of this house.
Yeah. Which is good, if we find anything to...
I'm sure she destroyed it if there was any.
Let me see if there is anything there.
Is that dirt? Where's that blood?
About a month after the initial investigation, officers returned to search the house again. At first glance, everything appeared normal and well organized, and nothing immediately drew attention. However, a stain found on the carpet confirmed investigators' suspicions that something might have happened to Craig. It became a crucial clue, leading officers to believe that Craig had never actually left the house and that his body had likely been hidden.
Dana took all of his gear and put it inside the brush truck. I drove the brush truck back to 16 Springs, and that's where we unloaded his gear at.
Okay.
It's not been touched. So since she's loaded it, it has been sat in the corner and not
No,
been.
it's a locksmith.
It's been sat in the corner and it hasn't been tampered with, touched since it's been put there. It's still.
So what y'all have seen, y'all haven't noticed any like blood or anything like that on there?
We didn't even open it.
I didn't open it. So part of my job is as soon as he turned it in, which I knew was not right. There's reasons I knew that I was like bull crap. He wouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
And then I just kept hoping, well, he's gonna come back. This is stupid. He's gonna come back. He's just gonna come back. So I was like, I'm not touching it because he's gonna come back.
Yes,
I'm not gonna jinx it. He's gonna come back. And then when I realized he's not coming back, I told Roger that It's not been touched. I have not tampered with it. It has sat in the same spot since we picked it up. Nobody's unzipped it. Nobody's messed with it.
Okay, you mean the barbecue grill?
What y'all can do is unzip it. If you notice blood, don't just stop and then call Roger. And then
I didn't even want to do that without y'all's present.
if you want us there, we can be there.
I would prefer.
Is it at the 16 Springs Fire Station?
Yes, just a moment.
I would just prefer y'all
Let me
to,
get to the Wi-Fi.
just in case. There's probably nothing. But I would
Safer than
prefer.
sorry.
Yes, y'all to just, when we pull stuff out, just in case there's something in there.
Looks like that she used it to cover something up.
Yes, and so we check the gear regularly. So if there's blood, that's no.
Is there anything else you can think of to add that you haven't told Roger?
Oh my God, there's so much, but I don't know even where to start. Just that phone call.
As the investigation began focusing on Craig's wife, friends of the couple shared concerning details. They explained that while Craig had been sick, Dina had contacted them, but whenever they offered help, she refused. This unusual behavior immediately raised investigators' suspicions that Dina might have known more about Craig's disappearance than she was willing to admit.
A copy of that. Jenkins was there with me when she called me because I was like, why is Dina calling me?
1946.
And when she called, she was hysterical and said that he was sick. He was really sick. Craig's really sick. And I'm like, okay, let us come look at him. I'm like, because Bill can start an IV on him, get him some hydration. Need be, we can take him down to the emergency room. And she just, no, he's sick, and you can't get sick, because the next day I was leaving for the Mayo, and I was like, don't worry about me. No, he's just really sick. And she's like, and he's sick, and the next thing I'm going to be sick, so you're not going to see either one of us, because he's sick and I'm going to be sick. I'm just letting you know. Well, let me come look at him. Let Bill come look at him and see if he needs fluids, because that was that virus that was going on.
Not a virus. Because I got sick, Craig got sick, and Dan got sick all at the same time.
Well, that we know, Craig got sick.
And
we don't know.
She refused.
She refused. She wouldn't, and I kept telling, I'm kicking myself because we should have come up here, and they're like, she probably wouldn't have opened the door if I would have come. But what is odd is we had that kind of relationship for her to call out of the blue and just tell me that he's sick. Well, then let us do something for him. No, I'm just letting you know that he's sick. He's really sick, and I'm going to be sick, so you're not going to see us. And it didn't click. It didn't even click. But what annoyed me was like, then why are you calling panicked if you don't want us to do anything about it? And that's January 4th.
As investigators continued reviewing new discoveries in the case, a crucial lead came from an unexpected source, a call to the missing persons line. The caller had not previously been involved, but instead of vague concerns, they offered specific details about behavior inside the home, unusual financial activity, and decisions made during the months when Craig had vanished without contacting anyone.
Come here, this is Jody.
Hi, Jody. This is Detective Curtis from the Otero County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, hi. Yes. I spoke to my cousin has some information regarding a missing persons out there, and I believe they've talked to you about it already, so I don't have any additional information, but I just had wanted to make sure that y'all had gotten the information.
Okay. Who is your cousin?
My cousin is, but it was his wife. Her name's Leslie, and it was regarding her mother, Deanna Thetford, about Craig Thetford.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I just overheard a conversation. We were just having a get together with family, so she's like sort of related to me, married my cousin, and she was talking about how her mom came to town in like March. It looks like he's been missing since January. I didn't know he was missing until this weekend, but I didn't really know him or her very well. Mm-hmm. I'd only met the other Deanna Thetford once. But her mom kind of moved back and had money, which she'd never had before, and bought a house in Seymour, Texas. And she'd seen her a couple of times, and then the last time she saw her, she wanted her daughter to meet her at a hotel, and that's when she told her that she had shot her husband and buried him under the carport, or in the carport area.
Within this new development, bank records revealed a troubling detail. A house had been purchased only days after Craig's last contact with friends. Even more surprising to investigators, the buyer was the main suspect.
Hi, is this Miss?
It is.
Hi, this is Detective Curtis with the Otero County Sheriff's Office in New Mexico. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You work for Lone Star Realty, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was wondering if maybe you could help me out with answering some questions on a property that you had sold in February, if you have a second.
Yes. Which house is it?
In Seymour.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Now, that property was, could you had sold it to a single buyer?
Yes.
Okay. And can you verify the name for me?
Dina?
Yes. Okay. And did she didn't have another person in the transaction with her?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you remember when it was that she was inquiring to purchase the property?
Let me see if I have all that on file. 1 second. I know her mother lives in town, and I've kind of talked with her some. It's a very small town. I don't know if you looked up Seymour, but everybody kind of knows everyone here.
Okay.
So she had her mom with her, and I showed them a few houses, but it was just her name on a contract. And let me see if I have dates. Okay, I know she closed the first week of February. I want to say she closed like the 4th. And I think it all happened within like a week.
Okay. So she had found the property and closed within a week about?
Yes, I would say we saw some houses, and then within 2 weeks, everything was kind of closed and done with.
At this stage, testimony from the seller of a property in Texas provided a key piece of the puzzle, a cash purchase completed during the same period when no one had been able to reach Craig.
Talk about why it was so quick.
She was moving down here to be closer to her mom, is all I knew.
Okay.
Her mom's older, quite a bit older.
Okay, so she was going to go be closer to her mom, who's elderly?
Yes.
Okay. Was there a mortgage, or was that a cash sale?
It was all, I think it was just cash sale. I know she didn't have a loan. She paid the asking price. It was $150,000. It hadn't been listed for very long, so, and they wanted a little extra. There's like a little house next to it that they wanted more for, so we just got it for the $150,000, and they threw in the little building next to it.
Okay. Now, all right. I really appreciate all your help.
These details were further confirmed by another witness who described the regular activity and movements inside the house.
This is Detective Curtis with the Otero County Sheriff's Office. I had a message that you had called.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What can I help you with, sir?
I recently got in touch with an old friend of mine. She was married to that dude, and apparently she said she shot him.
Okay.
I have a conscience, and I couldn't just not say nothing. I mean, I'd rather not be involved, but I kind of guess I am, and that's all I know. Like, I live here in Texas. I hadn't seen her in years, or talked to her in years, until just like Friday or the end of last week, whatever. And she come out with that. So I kind of think that she put more on my plate than I was ready to chew. So I made the phone call.
Can you tell me her name?
This is his wife, Dina.
Okay.
I'm not real all high tech and all, and I believe what people tell me. So that I don't know if she's really married to him or not, but that's what I know.
Can you tell me how the conversation went? You said that you guys had just recently connected, hadn't talked to her in years, and
right.
And how did this all come about?
Well, we've done that before, like, you know, being out of touch for a couple of years and touch back up, whatever. And she just kind of basically just put it on my plate like that, like that she had done something that she wasn't proud of, and she wanted something she was even less proud of. And I kind of read between the lines, and then she mouthed off and said she shot him, and I told her to shut up. I don't want to hear no more. And here we are.
Okay. Did she tell you when?
No, ma'am. I don't know none of the particulars.
At this point, officers went to the home of Deanna's mother. Strategically, Deanna already seemed to have a story prepared. According to her mother, Dina claimed that Craig had given her the money to purchase the house. However, this statement was inconsistent with the information provided by other witnesses.
Did Dina tell you why she wanted to take her life? No. Did she have a method she was planning on using?
I don't know.
She didn't say that.
I knew she was real depressed. But I didn't expect any of this.
About how long has she been back here?
She started coming back off and on. And I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was, we were there Thanksgiving. It was the first time I'd seen their place. And so it was after Thanksgiving.
Did she tell you, do you know how she bought the house?
She said that Craig gave her that money to buy the house with.
She said that Craig gave her the money to buy a house here?
Yeah, I think they had an argument, and he told her to get out.
Okay.
And she told him, no, you leave. That's all I remember. And so he gave her some money, and she got, he said, you can do whatever you want to. And so she could pack up some stuff that she wanted and come to Texas.
And she packed up some, you said she packed up some furniture and stuff to move into the other property?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she had gone back and forth between here and New Mexico. Did she say any interactions that she had with Craig, or?
I don't think Craig was ever around after that. He was a bully. And, but he could be very kind.
When you say he was a bully, is there something that you saw or that Dina told you?
Craig has thrown her out of the house many times. I've had to go and pick her up many times.
Is that while they lived in Breckenridge? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I had talked to her before, and I suggested her to leave, and she didn't leave, and she should have, because neither one of them would be where they're at right now.
As the investigation progressed, new clues continued to emerge. At this stage, Deanna's family was questioned and revealed that months earlier Craig had sold his company. This discovery alarmed investigators, suggesting that the large sum of money involved could have been a possible motive for the murder.
I do understand that Dina was here. You had mentioned that his cell phone was gone. I know that you had some text message communication with, I think, and you had mentioned that Dina had Craig's phone because she wanted to hold on to it for...
Mm-hmm. She said he wanted to keep it because the roofing, where he sold his roofing company to this kids in town, was on his phone. And she said he hadn't been able to talk to us because the phone wasn't working right. He couldn't hear through it or something, but he wanted to keep the phone because of the information about the roofing. And she said that's why he wanted to keep it. Well, she kept it all those months.
I'll call you right back.
Did you see it at all?
Huh?
Did you see it? Did you see her with it?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
No. And she didn't take it until
She
Till
kept
that
saying
last
it was
visit.
there. There's
I bet they already know.
guy here.
What do y'all know?
We've seen Facebook.
Man, my phone has been blowing up. I mean, we ain't got to worry about telling nobody.
Yeah.
She's in jail.
I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. Wichita Falls jail.
Yeah.
See, they know more than I do. I didn't know where she
That's
was.
good.
First degree murder and then aiding and tampering with evidence.
She shot him with a gun. I told
Mother.
you. And he was on the property when they found him.
Did she
See,
hide?
I'm just so private.
This is the grandsons.
that
His
I-
grandsons.
It's nobody's business.
Barrett. It's my older brother.
That's my son's name.
Okay. I talked to her a while back.
And they got his body. What's left of it after 5 months.
Because they seen him on New Year's Eve at a party, Tommy and his wife and Craig and Dina. And then, you know, he was moving down here. I got the text.
Yeah, that's what she
from
said.
Tommy,
He moved down here to
because
take care of me.
You got notified
She's
months
been
later
taking
that he'd
care of
been
me,
here.
and they've been taking care of me.
Well, I got notified from Tommy. What they got was that he had to move back to Breckenridge and quit the fire department because his sorry-ass sister, who lives in town, same town as his mother, wouldn't take her to the doctor visits, and she was about to lose her leg, and so he had to come home and take care of his mother.
Yeah.
She's been here every day.
So she buried him? Or just...
No,
No, just...
I don't think she got a chance to.
Okay.
The backhoe, she couldn't work, so she
The
couldn't bury him, but she
pathologist
tried.
isn't able to determine for sure. She said anywhere from weeks to months. She said she
Who told
believes
y'all?
it could be
Really?
months.
Huh?
We got
Or would
sent
that
a
say-
Facebook post.
She didn't.
It was more than once.
Numerous.
That's how we
Yeah,
figured it
that's
out,
right.
and then we came straight here.
Hatred.
With Dina Thetford under arrest and a growing body of physical, financial, and testimonial evidence, investigators reached a point where there was no longer any doubt about her involvement.
All right, Tina. So, I'm sure you understand why we're all here.
Yes.
Did you get a copy of your arrest warrant
No, I
yesterday?
haven't gotten
when
a
you were
copy
picked
yet.
up? Okay.
Anything by anybody, anywhere.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to need a lawyer.
Okay.
And that's as far as I want to go.
Okay. That's fine. Do you already have a lawyer that's set up with you or anything like that?
No, I haven't been. I've been here in Texas.
Yeah. All
A
right.
while.
I didn't know if you had already reached out to one or had talked to one before. or
I
anything.
have not known what to do. I just really haven't known what to do.
Yes. So I can meet you out there with your attorney if you'd like, and then we can sit down and chat.
Okay.
All right, Tina. So I'm sure you understand why we're all here.
Yes.
Did you get a copy of your arrest warrant
No, I
yesterday?
haven't gotten
when
a
you were
copy
picked
yet.
up? Okay.
Anything by anybody, anywhere.
Okay.
And I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm going to need a lawyer.
Okay.
And that's as far as I want to go.
Okay. That's fine. Do you already have a lawyer that's set up with you or anything like that?
No, I haven't been. I've been here in Texas.
Yeah.
A
All right.
while.
I didn't know if you had already reached out to one or had talked to one before. or
I
anything.
have not known what to do. I just really haven't known what to do.
Yes. So I can meet you out there with your attorney if you'd like, and then we can sit down and chat.
Okay.
In the end, Deanna Thetford was charged with first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and forgery. According to the laws of New Mexico, she could face life in prison without the possibility of bail while in custody. Next up, what seemed to be a simple welfare check after a woman went missing quickly turned into something far more disturbing, with suspicion pointing to her own son.
They said apparently she's been lying to her son, Corey, but Dylan, I don't know.
Oh, it's her. Your mom's deceased. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Your mom's deceased.
I thought I was doing the best for her. I strangled her.
On November 21st, 2022, officers in New Mexico received a 911 call after neighbors reported that one of the local residents had mysteriously disappeared. The situation quickly escalated when friends of the woman also contacted police, expressing concerns that something might have happened to her. What initially appeared to be a simple welfare check soon turned into a search, as officers hoped it was nothing more than a misunderstanding.
So we're in her house in Los Cruces because they didn't find her. She wasn't there. Just the dogs in the vehicle, and we were not even aware she was out of town. So we're here at the house We don't have a key to get in, but I am worried because she's been a stroke victim in the past, number one, and number two, she's diabetic.
You're trying to do it? You're trying to go into the home, or what is it that you're trying
Well, we're
to do?
trying to make sure she's okay because nobody has heard from her since Sunday. And like I said, they found her vehicle in San Diego.
Central Dispatch, Operator 488, how may I help you?
Hello, I need to have a welfare check. I've got someone who actually has a key to the residence so the officer can get in.
All right, and what do you need the welfare check done for?
Well, she's been reported missing, and you guys have done several welfare checks, but aren't able to force entry. So we found someone with the key so the officer can go inside and see if there's anything to report.
However, despite the reports, officers were only able to move forward with the investigation after one of the woman's sons, whose mother was identified as Cynthia Berenzon, informed them that he had the key to her house. The situation escalated even further when a call from the bank shifted the direction of the investigation.
Well, we got to looking, and her account has been drained, and one of the girls in the branch recognized, and her son has taken out all of her money, and I've got it all on camera. Well, and I don't have the exact dollar amount yet, but they've taken out thousands of dollars through the ATM, but there are, I don't even know how many, because I haven't dug into it yet, but it looks like they're going to Walmart and buying gift cards, because there's just a crap ton of charges at Walmart for like $101.14. So I think they're buying $100 gift cards, to be my guess.
Okay. At this point, officers realized this was no longer just a simple disappearance. Cynthia's car had been found on the side of a road, and inside were her dogs. Given the circumstances, officers knew they needed to act as quickly as possible. This was no longer a routine missing person case.
Yeah, she'd given me keys like almost a year ago.
Since you've been here, have you seen anybody outside?
I've not even been here. Today's the first day that her friend texted me, so this is the first time I heard about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so my first thing, knowing her son and being in her house with the dogs, was Dylan.
Okay.
And that's what I told Corey. I said, apparently she's been lying to her son, Corey, but Dylan, I don't know.
As the investigation took a new direction, a statement from Cynthia's friend became crucial for officers to proceed with searching the victim's home. According to the witness, Cynthia had 2 sons. However, her relationship with one of them was marked by constant conflicts and arguments. He was later identified as Dylan.
So this is the first time I heard about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so my first thing, knowing her son and being in her house with the dogs, was Dylan.
Okay.
And that's what I told Corey. I said, apparently she's been lying to her son, Corey, but Dylan, I don't know.
So nobody, well, I guess Corey, the son, that lives out of state in Texas. Yeah. Last had contact with her Monday.
And the weird thing is, too, I heard from the bank, her bank, right here, they called too, and they said, well, you know what, her account's drained. And yeah, her account, everything's gone. And the only thing I can tell you is that it was being pulled out ATM at Walmart's, and everything that was pulled out at the ATM, it looked like it was her son, Dylan, who pulled it out.
Police department.
Oh no. Well, that's weird. No cars. Police department. That's fucking weird. Okay. Why is it so creepy? Why are the doors locked, bro?
At this point, officers were searching for any evidence that the house might have been broken into. However, they found no signs of forced entry, only 2 locked doors. The presence of those locked doors only increased suspicions that something inside the house was being hidden.
I got it.
Huh?
I got it open.
Oh shit. That's all over.
Oh fuck, it's her. She's 10-7.
The shocking way Cynthia was found under the shower immediately alarmed officers. Investigators began to question whether Dylan might have discovered his mother in that condition and fled, or if he could have been responsible for what had happened.
No, so it's weird because like her bedroom door, you know how like doorknobs have that little circle in it, and where you can put a key in and twist it, but it's not like an actual keyhole. It's just like the little hole. It looks like it's like drilled out. I mean, it's like weird. So then we started talking about the other son, and that's when he told me that his, or the victim here, her car was found in San Diego, abandoned with her 2 dogs in there. Yeah. We're unable to reach the son, one of the sons. We're unable to reach him, the one that supposedly lived here and had the RO against her.
Don't try to reach him no more.
Well, we were trying to do it before making entry to see if we can get him to come to the door or even make 2-5 with him. So there's another door that's locked inside of the home, one of the other bedrooms. Reason to kick it in to clear the rest of the house.
I could try to open it like I did the other.
I would say so, because I mean, if it's code 24, if you guys think that maybe somebody code 1 her, you gotta make sure that the suspect's not behind that locked door.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I was on the right. Right. Yep. 1, 2. The wire. Police bar. That's right.
As news of the incident spread through the neighborhood, officers began hearing accounts from neighbors about the troubled relationship between mother and son, details that increasingly pointed to the man's possible involvement.
Which, and they found her car in San Diego? Yeah. And I guess, I don't know who was saying, the neighbors or somebody told Taya that they saw both of them using her vehicle, it's like a Buick.
Do they know anything about health issues though?
They said something about her being like kind of bipolar. Apparently there's
that's gonna kill her though.
No. I guess there's a history of domestic.
Contact son or?
No, we won't contact him. We'll wait on CID to contact anybody else because it's gonna be their investigation now.
I just had a few questions for you real quick. Are you familiar with these people across the street?
Not really.
No? Hey! Did you happen to see her son moving trash cans or anything like that this week for trash day?
They did last Monday.
Last Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. You saw the son?
I didn't see him, but I saw the trash out there, and then I seen it, he took the garbage can back in once they picked it up.
Okay.
But I didn't see him.
You live across the street, sir? Right here. Do you have cameras by chance?
No. And I talked to the people, man. They came on Thursday, and I told them.
To the officers, you mean?
To the officers, yeah. I told them, I saw him Monday.
You saw him Monday?
Saw the son Monday, yeah.
For sure, Monday.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you recognize him?
Oh yeah, he drove in.
What was he in?
He was in the black Buick.
The black Buick?
They saw him.
It was a week ago, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Questions for you in reference to these people across the street. Have you seen anything or heard anything? What's been going on over there, or?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the history of them?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
Well, I was around when he beat the hell out of her the first time.
When was that?
Oh, it was about 4 years ago, something like that. What did he do? He said he took her face and kept smashing it into the tile floor. Okay. Well, you guys probably know. There was a court case about it.
I'm not familiar with that address, but from what I understand, from what I've been hearing, is it's been going on for some time.
Okay. I saw him last Monday take the garbage out.
Okay, you saw him take the trash out?
Yep.
As the investigation progressed, officers returned to the statement of the victim's friend, the main witness. Emily revealed crucial details about Dylan's health condition, which had led Cynthia to allow him to return home, even though there had previously been a protective order against him due to past aggression. However, investigators began to consider that the claim about his health problems might have been an excuse used by the suspect to draw his mother back in.
Dylan is very troubled. She would always make the excuse that he had cancer. I said, Cindy, get him into the house. So, and I felt for him. he'd reach out to me, but it was always those track phones, throwaway phones. So I knew he was either I work with that population, he's either dealing. I knew at one time he's probably high. He's either fentanyl or meth. Only because of his manifestation of his demeanor, how he would act.
Do you know any diagnoses?
For Cindy? Dylan, I think she said he had stage 2 cancer because he has a limp. He was taking medication. He has a limp. Yeah, he limps. I think it's less. No, I'm not really sure. I think it's his left. His left, he's got a big distinguished limp, dark hair.
It's like 2 point.
There's not a single cleaning supply that I found. Huh? There's not a single cleaning supply that I found. No Dawn, no fucking bleach, no. Look at this. Some gravy boats. Hey, look at how fucking streaky that one is. Why are you concerned? Because there's also that streak all over the fucking shower.
At this point, investigators faced a significant challenge. Despite testimonies describing the strained relationship between mother and son, the evidence found inside the house and the autopsy results did not point to Dylan. There was nothing directly linking him to the crime.
Hello, Corey.
Hello.
Hi, it's Detective Martinez, Los Cruces Police Department.
Yes.
I'm calling just to give you like a little update. So we didn't find any obvious signs of trauma to the body. So she will be sent out to Albuquerque just to do an autopsy and make sure there's something that we're not seeing. And then we'll know a little bit more after that. So we should know something, I'm gonna say by tomorrow afternoon.
I'm David Castillo, her brother. Mike Castillo, brother. Hello, Corey.
Again, I'm sorry for your loss. I am the head detective on the case. My partner is still coming back from Albuquerque. He did give me a call to let me know that there's nothing suspicious. So they're saying that she did have a lot of heart issues that they could see in the autopsy. So that's what they're thinking.
As the investigation progressed, officers continued trying to piece together the puzzle. With no clear evidence, the fact that Cynthia had been found fully clothed raised the possibility that her death might have been caused by a medical condition. In addition, the autopsy's estimated time of death once again did not indicate Dylan's involvement.
So either way, we're still looking for Dylan. She was found in the shower. She was fully dressed. So we don't know if she was cleaning and that happened to her. No reports. He could have called us, told us what happened. House is empty. The house is empty? There's no blankets, no cleaning products, no food. So again, very suspicious. That's why we looked at it as a possible murder, because we didn't know who we had. We were out there for forever. Like I said, she was found in the shower, and the shower was leaking water. So that kind of threw us off on the time of death. But we're estimating the 14th.
Jim, we were not told. We know that at some point she had a drinking water.
She does have it active. The issue is that she will let him back in.
Yeah, exactly. And that's probably why she would have told us. Because we would have fallen. Because of the average.
Right. So now I know he got estranged from Dylan, but we need to know who his associates are in case he had help or moving stuff out of the house.
The neighbor, did you speak to the neighbor?
We did talk to the neighbor. We didn't get a name of possible friends or anything like that.
No, but I was wondering if he had contact with Dylan through phone, like a cell phone number.
He didn't say that. There was a person who gave me a number for Dylan, but he changes numbers all the time, so.
He knew that he didn't want her found.
is what I mean. Like, why take the dogs? And I said, so, what you saying? The autopsy shows natural causes, but natural causes, house clean, he's gone.
And she's dressed in the shower. Yeah, well, so what I'm thinking is she was cleaning or something. I mean, there's a couple theories. She was cleaning, she had a stroke. He found her, he's out. He didn't advise anybody, he just cleaned everything, so there's no trace of him. Another theory is they got into a fight, which caused the stroke, and he took off. But we don't.
Possible that he would have put her in the shower?
No, because there's no bruising, no, you know what I mean? Nothing that indicates she was grabbed, she was forced.
At this stage, the only way investigators could move forward was by questioning Dylan. But for weeks, he had vanished without a trace, leaving officers with no idea where he might be. The investigation began to stall until a new witness suddenly brought the case back to life.
How do you know that?
Okay. Dylan and my daughter went to school together.
Okay.
So that's how we knew each other, or we know each other. Mom can help me with this, mom can help me with that. So.
And when did he reach out to you?
It was actually, I think, Sunday morning. So, am I right on this? That you guys are looking for him? Is he a person of interest in me?
We need to, as far as our passing, not so much, but we need to speak with him about some of the things out there and say during the war. It helps us put a story together.
Basically, that he left California, or his girlfriend left California. His girlfriend, but it's not a girl, it's that. I guess, I know the vehicle's over there, they found the dogs and stuff over there. So I assume he had to have gone with her. There's no way he would have not gone with those dogs.
Okay.
With that person. I don't even know who that person is.
Which girlfriend?
I don't know who it is. I don't know.
So he went to California with a girlfriend.
But it's not a girl, it's a guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know the name or anything.
But you say it's not a girl, guy?
It's a trap judge.
Okay. Do you know ethnicity of this person?
I think it's Mexican. I think from what I understood, that person did live in Mexico. And that's why I think they parked the vehicle by the border. But, I don't know. I just know what little the family has told me. And the reason I finally came, it's really started bothering me now, because he's selling some of her possessions online.
Through Facebook.
Despite the witness's information, it took 5 more months before Dylan was detained in another city for driving under the influence. On April 5th, 2023, he was finally located, and investigators knew that the answers they needed to close the case would depend on his interrogation.
Alright, Dylan, so I'm Detective Melinda. This is Detective Money.
What's up, guys? Chilling.
So we want to come talk to you. We're investigating some stuff, but we want to just kind of get some basics from you.
All right.
I know you got picked up the other day here, right? Mm-hmm. I think it was trafficking or something like that.
Yes.
Where you currently staying?
I'm homeless, actually. I was actually in the process of actually getting an apartment this Monday.
Oh crap, where at?
Either off of Fleming, Missouri, or I was looking at the apartments off Telshore.
Okay, nothing specific.
Nah.
Just
It was all up in the air.
Okay. Before, how long have you been homeless?
I'd say about 5 months.
5 months. Prior to that, where were you living?
I was staying with my friend.
Okay, and who was that?
I don't really.
At what point? When was the last time you lived with your mom?
Shit. Let's see. I last talked to her probably about like October, September-ish.
It was the last time you talked to her?
Yeah.
Okay.
I stayed with her for like a week or so. That's about it.
Okay. October, September? And how did that go? I know you guys had tumultuous past. And
yeah, it was kind of always a conundrum with us. We've tried this and that. I haven't actually gotten to talk to her at all. I tried to call her, but I don't know. And then being on the streets, I don't know, just it just got out of hand. I don't know how else to say it.
So the last time, and that's on that Calle Estrellas.
Yeah.
And the last time you talked to her was in October, September?
Yeah, maybe September 12th or something.
September 12th? Why does September 12th stick out?
I don't know, just given like a date in general.
At this point, detectives already knew that Dylan was lying about where he had been living. His claim was contradicted by Cynthia's family and neighbors, all of whom confirmed that he had been living with her. As the interrogation continued, Dylan's version of events began to undermine the very foundation of the case as it stood.
Basically just my history of being a drug addict on the streets and this and that. You know, she gave me multiple times to try and this and that, and I always failed. And, you know, so I just had to learn to live with it.
Okay. What was it like the last time you talked to her?
It was alright, you know, we got to talk for a minute and stuff, and I don't know, I could just feel that it wasn't really yet that time to like move back in and shit.
Okay. Outside of that, did you guys have any other dealings, phone calls?
Can't really say.
Like supplement stuff? Did she send you money?
Oh no. The only other time she actually really helped me out was I was last locked up. Was it 2020? She put a $100 bail on me, and then I continued with court, and then I turned myself in to do those 3 months, and then we tried to reconcile. Then I stayed for like 3 days, but within those 3 days, it just showed like no way.
Yeah, it didn't work. Okay. But as far as that September, from September on, she didn't funnel you money, didn't give you anything, any help out or anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay, so how would you get stuff? How would you pay for stuff?
Well, I actually get SSI. Because I'm disabled from cancer.
Okay.
I had what you call Ewing sarcoma / bone marrow cancer. So I had tumors on my pelvis and my hips. So I had my right pelvis and half my hip removed. Yeah, so even though I've been homeless, I've been able to, you know, pay for like say a hotel here and there, get in this stage where I
And that's directly to you, right?
Directly to me.
Okay, is that like through a card?
Yeah, I get it on my Citizens Bank.
Okay, and it's your account?
My account.
Okay, is she on that account at all?
No.
We talked about things, about basically your last contact with your mom.
Okay.
Okay. Your mom's deceased. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Your mom's deceased.
You're bullshitting.
No.
Officers confronted the suspect with the news of what had happened to his mother, but instead of a genuine reaction, his response seemed rehearsed. For investigators, that small detail was enough to begin applying pressure and push him to reveal the truth.
Your mom was found November 21st of last year at her house. Deceased.
How the hell am I just hearing about this now?
I don't know if you're just hearing about it now. That's what we're here to talk to you about. You've been gone for the last 8 months, okay? So the reason why we're asking you questions and we come here and we ask you specific things is because we're trying to lay out a timeline, okay? And find out what's going on. And I already know you've told me a couple untruths. I'm not gonna call them lies yet, but you've already told me some untruths. So it's important that we sit down and we talk and figure out what's going on, what happened, did anything happen, did you walk into something? Excuse my language, but shit needs to be put on the table today. Okay? Because right now, I've got a couple phones already from what you just told me in the 5 minutes I've been here. So, compose yourself. And let's talk.
The investigators' strategy slowly began to work. Dylan claimed that on the day of the murder, he had arrived at the house with another person and found his mother lying on the floor. Panicked, he said he chose not to call the police. But one detail immediately stood out to investigators. In what seemed like a calculated decision, Dylan admitted that he had wiped away his fingerprints from the places he had touched, claiming he feared being blamed.
I ended up meeting this transgender online and everything. And me and my mom, we went to go get her and stuff. And we get there, I was living with mom for like last year and stuff. And whenever we were out doing our business and everything, we came back and found her deceased. And I knew I had warrants at the time, so I didn't actually call anybody. I didn't know what to do. And I first thought about fleeing the country, but then I just didn't know what to do.
Okay. So
because I had a key and everything, and I opened the door, you know, and I'm like, my mom's door, like, Mom, hey, I'm here. Finally, I open it and everything, and I see her and everything, and I'm just like, Mom, I don't know, maybe it was like 3 days, because she was already like puffy and shit. So that's pretty much reality of it. I found her deceased and I didn't know what to do.
Okay, so tell me what you did do. I understand not knowing what you didn't know what to do, but what did you do? Like, there's specifics and details that we know.
Yeah, like the house is clean and stuff.
Okay, what else?
That's pretty much really it. I was just so scared because I didn't want to get arrested and this and that, and that's pretty much really it.
What do you mean by the house was clean?
Like I wiped down the counters in case I had fingerprints and everything because I didn't want it to leak to me like as if I murdered her or something, you know.
At this point, the suspect began giving investigators information about the victim's car, which had been discovered near the state border. He claimed that health problems had prevented him from going any further, but officers believed he knew his capture was only a matter of time.
Honestly, that's as much as I can really say.
What else?
And so I thought about what I did was I packed the car and everything to go to Tijuana. And I was staying with the transgender, like I had her staying with me. I was like, all right, we'll just flee the country and all this. And once we got to the border, she said she needed to do something. And I was like, all right, because we were going to take care of the dogs and everything like that. So I wound up being in a hotel in Tijuana for about a week or so. And then something happened with her and the dogs. Then I had no money. I didn't know what to do. So I came back in the States. And then I wound up going to the hospital. I was really like dehydrated from potassium and such. That's really just the real whole story.
Even though some of Dylan's statements were starting to match the evidence, detectives could tell he was still hiding the full truth. As a result, they increased the pressure during the interrogation.
You said the dogs?
Yeah, she has some shelties and everything. And so like I said, whenever I got in the house and everything, there was like shit everywhere and this and that, you know, because I said, I cleaned up and everything, make everything look nice and this and that. Instead, I was just so freaked out, I didn't know what to do. I just didn't know what to do.
Okay. So, you end up, this transgender, what was?
She goes by Bianca. I don't know her actual real name.
So you guys end up over there, you load up the car, you end up down in Tijuana.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, actually, you guys cross?
Yeah, well, I crossed over. She said she needed to do something to make sure, like, her food stamps and everything was still able. She was supposed to come back the next day, then she wound up lagging.
She kept the dogs, right?
Yeah, she wound up lagging, and then all of a sudden, I hear that she gets arrested or something, and then the dogs, I guess, were gone, and that's when I started, like, what the fuck to do? I didn't know what to do. So then I just crossed back over, and yeah, this is just something I've been, it's just bound to happen.
Yeah. So loading up the car, describe what you loaded.
Oh, just like, you know, necessities, shower gel, clothes, pretty much that, dog food and this and that. Cause like, yeah, like I said, we were gonna go to Tijuana, and I was like, fuck, I got warrants and this and that. I was like, what do I do? I was like, do I just own it up like a man? Say I found her, own it up like a man, what the fuck do I do? So yeah, I just was freaked out.
There was no sign that this had been an accident. What struck investigators as strange was how calmly Dylan described his actions inside the house. If he had truly been innocent, it would have been unlikely for him to think through so many details before leaving. A detail that suggested he had spent a significant amount of time inside the home with his mother's body.
So when you say necessities and stuff like that, describe we were there, so we've seen everything. So describe the kitchen.
The what?
Kitchen.
It was
fridge, cabinets.
Yeah, it's cleaned out and everything. Just emptied out all the food and this and that.
What?
I don't know, just I didn't think of it wanted to spoil. I don't know, just
deload it all into the car.
Not all of it, just some of it, you know, to take on the trip. The other stuff that would just been left around, just threw it away.
Into the trash can? There at the house?
Oh no, like one of the dumpsters around Pickwick and shit.
Okay. What about furniture, blankets, rugs, anything like that? Nothing with the living room rug?
Oh, like I said, like that, you know, shampooed it and everything, that's about it.
You shampooed it?
Yeah, because like I said, there's dog shit on it and everything.
And then what'd you do with it? Because it's gone.
Threw it away.
Where did you throw it?
Pretty much like the same like dumpsters around Pickwick. Or the Circle K, the one on Sonoma.
By that car wash, back there behind the car wash? And you took her car? How did you get to her house?
What's it called? Well, they said we were staying together and everything, and it was actually I went and hung out with some friends for a few days and everything, and with Bianca and everything, and then that's when we came back, and everything was just, the dogs, like I said, it was all, the house smelled like shit and everything. We came back, her door was locked when it's never locked, and I unlocked it and everything, and because there was like a horrible kind of smell already happening, and then found her.
At this point, Dylan admitted to tampering with evidence and misleading investigators, which raised even more questions since he continued to claim he was innocent.
What did you do? Tell me what you did. You opened the door to the house or to her bedroom?
Yeah, get into the house.
Yeah,
and then
so
the
you
door,
see her right away, right?
No, because her door to her room was locked. I started yelling like, "Mom, you good?" For like 30 minutes, I was like, "Oh, she's probably just in the shower or something." And then that's when I was like, Mom. So then I opened the door and everything, and then I started smelling something, and I walk in the room and she's like, I see her in the shower, she's just there, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And then I just panicked. I didn't know what to do. Because, living there, my fingerprints are everywhere. I just didn't know what to do.
But what continued to trouble detectives was how convenient his story sounded about walking into his mother's house, especially the bedroom, and simply finding her dead. When officers verified with Dylan about any information, his response immediately changed a simple case of death to a homicide.
Nothing that I have is going to be indicative of her being put into the shower. Bro, I'm letting you either help yourself or dig yourself.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So, I wouldn't ask questions if I didn't have an idea or an answer of what I'm asking you. If that makes sense. And here's the thing. If it was something more than what you're already saying, now's the time to do it. Now's the time to repent or confess, whatever it may be. But it can only get better for you, if that makes any sense. But I need the truth from you, And we can always come back and say, hey, this is the first time he's been confronted with the information.
Honestly, a lot of what I said is true. You already know the holes and everything. It was getting really bad for her, like health-wise, everything. My stepfather, Chuck Cordero and everything, he had a pension or whatever, big amount of money, all right? My mom was getting screwed around, she got scammed, all right? She got scammed out of $100,000, she wasn't even supposed to touch it. Her friend, who's a lawyer and everything, was telling her, like, why did she touch it, that she could actually face prison time and this and that. And like I said, her health was getting so bad and everything. Like, every day was just a battle. Every day, and I had to put up with so much shit. And just, I thought I was doing I thought I was doing the better for her. Because I never thought I could never see my mom in prison. I fucking love my mom.
What came next caught investigators completely off guard. According to Dylan, Cynthia had previously been injured during an altercation with a man she was involved with, which he claimed caused serious health problems. He also alleged that the incident had led to accusations against her. Claiming he could no longer watch his mother suffer, Dylan said he killed her to end what he described as her pain.
I didn't do it to fucking take money, to try and get the house or anything. I only used enough money that she had, to be able to go to Tijuana, start a new life and everything. And I couldn't handle her her being in pain anymore. I just couldn't do it. And when the whole shit about her having to possibly face prison, I could never live with myself. That's when I was like, I'd rather did what I did and go to prison for however long I do than her have to suffer.
For the pain. The physical and the emotional side of that. So, let's talk about what happened.
It's pretty much, after we drove actually all the way to San Diego to get Bianca, and she was living with us for about a month. And I was just always like, I always thought in my mind, like, if she did wind up being able to get sentenced or something, that I would do what I did. Because I couldn't never see her in jail. I've been in jail before, and this and that. she's one of those good people. She was always a good person.
Your mom?
She was a very good person. So it's just one night, I was just sitting on the couch because she was like just screaming in pain. She was just so fucking in pain. She was crying, you know, she's yelling at me, not yelling at me, but she's just yelling out, what am I gonna do? How do I get this money back? Because I mean, she got screwed over so hard by this fucking guy. And like these scammers and shit, and she was like just freaking out so bad. And I'm like, what, how can I help? There's nothing I could do. So just, I don't even know the date. I just went in the room. I looked at her, I gave her a big old hug, and I strangled her to death.
The way he lured the victim was calculated. He took advantage of a moment of vulnerability to attack his mother. However, the method he used left no visible marks, which explains why the autopsy initially did not detect any injuries.
I hugged around her, and I just held her as tight as I could around her neck, just telling her I love her. And I'm so sorry for this, but it'll be better for you. It's gonna be a lot worse for me, but it'll be better for you.
Okay. But like detail to me how you walked into the room, how you held her, where she was at.
She was just laying on the bed and everything. Sometimes, you know, I always would have night terrors and stuff, so sometimes I would like, you know, go in the room and lay next to her and stuff. So she was just laying on the bed like normal. And I was just I laid with her, and then I don't know, all of a sudden it just happened. I don't know what, it just happened. It just happened.
Were you front or behind?
Like on the side like this, and I started doing it, and then she started freaking out, so then I had to like really like get in there and squeeze in her. And then finally when she like
passed.
She fell on the ground.
So were you standing or laying?
At that point, I was standing up because once I got up and everything, she just like fell through and stuff.
Okay. When you basically begin to clutch her, you're both laying down on the bed? Mm-hmm. Is her back to you, or
she was kind of like this, and I was like on the side, and when she started like freaking out, that's when I kind of got up more on top of her like that, just around the neck.
So more compression?
Yeah.
You think versus strength? I mean, you said strength.
Yeah, it was like at first it was more like that, because I know probably the hand marks are there at first, but the more it would start like that.
At this point, his statements showed no sign of remorse, as he justified his actions by claiming he loved his mother that much. However, the investigation soon escalated when authorities began to consider the possible involvement of Dylan's girlfriend.
Did you have her more around the neck or around the upper chest area?
I would say more like that, in a sense. Because I'm pretty sure it showed like my handprints are kind of like pushed in or something.
So and this is what's kind of will help you along your lines. What's going through your mind at this moment?
All I'm thinking about that she's just going to be in a better place. That I've suffered so much through my life. Mm-hmm. What's another fucking prison sentence? I've gone through cancer. My dad used to beat the shit out of me. My brothers never liked me because I was alive on the streets. I basically did what I did because my life has been over for a long fucking time. A long fucking time. And like I said, I would rather have killed her than ever see her in prison. I would rather go to prison for the rest of my life, knowing that in my heart I know what I did was wrong, but I did it for good fucking reason.
In this whole period of time, where's the young guy?
With me.
She was there when it happened?
Well, she was in the other room. She didn't know what I did until I told her.
How after did you tell her? How long after, like right away?
Like about an hour. Because I was just sitting there next to her, just... Like,
so what was her response?
She was freaked out. Because, like I was always telling her, I was like, I swear if she ever has to get sentenced, I'm gonna make sure she doesn't have to suffer that horrible fate.
So this 5 days that you're at the house, Bianca's aware of what's going on, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys devised the idea to...
I did.
You did?
Everything was me.
Okay.
Everything.
when you load up the car, again, you take everything out. Again, the carpet was because of the dogs?
Yeah.
Or was there anything substantial to that?
No, I just cleaned it just because it was just...
His level of coldness was disturbing. Every detail that officers had initially discovered appeared to have been planned to make the situation look like a domestic accident.
So when you decide to finally leave, what do you do with your mom?
I thought maybe if I moved her into the shower, it would just look like as if she slipped and fell.
Okay. And then what else did you do? What additional stuff did you do after placing her in the shower? Door open or door closed?
I think I had the shower door open. I just kind of crinked the water a little bit. I walked out, and then I locked the door. Said I loved her one more time.
Did you do anything to her bedroom?
I just cleaned as much. Yeah, like I said, I did everything. Vacuum, cleaned, tried to get as much as I could out. But I already knew it would really come back to me because they knew I was living with her and all that. Like, my brothers don't like me, her family doesn't like me. She was the only one that was ever fucking on my side about everything. Especially when the whole domestic violence shit happened. When I had that bipolar episode. And she still fucking cared about me. In my heart, I really felt like I was doing was right.
Although Dylan admitted to killing his mother, he maintained that he was the only one involved, claiming the other people he had mentioned earlier were simply a fabrication. At the same time, he tried to portray himself as a savior who had ended his mother's suffering, something investigators quickly recognized as a calculated attempt to minimize his responsibility.
I don't know what happened with the car and everything, because we left it for a second, and we were first going over to get me over, and then she was going to get the car, go do what she had to do, then cross it over, and then we were supposed to go deeper into Mexico, and then just start a new life. But it didn't work out.
What connections other than you here in Cruces does she have?
I actually have, no, this is where it's going to sound crazy. Like, this is where it's going to really sound crazy. We only knew each other for a month before me and my mom went and got her.
Okay.
Like, I literally don't even know her real name. Like, she's a transgender. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about her.
Okay, so outside of Bianca, what do you know her name to be?
I think it's maybe Louis. I saw her license before. It was like Louis, maybe it's like Louis Aranda or something like that.
Okay.
Gender X.
And it was a California ID?
Yeah.
Okay, any ties to anybody here in town, whether it's Cruces or out in Doña?
No.
You had told me you were staying with Cassie, was it?
Those were all lies. Everything in the very beginning was just all lies. Everything I said these last 5 whatever minutes is all the truth.
Okay, who were you staying with prior to that?
Her. It's only been my mom and me.
So this whole time that you were supposed to be out of the house, the restraining order?
She's been hiding me.
You haven't been?
Nowhere else. She's been hiding me.
There's Jeremy?
No.
Ortiz? Thomas Martinez?
No. Those are just friends I would see here and there.
At this point, investigators turned their attention to the possible involvement of Dylan's girlfriend. Uncovering her role could be the final piece needed to resolve a case that had remained unanswered for 5 months.
The ones that it's better to get everything out than to continue with certain lies, and even some of the stuff that you told me. I'm not going to take everything 100%. So if I go back and things don't match up, that's probably not going to look good for you, right?
Yeah, because the other thing too is you'll probably find fingerprints around her arms, because I had Bianca finally help me put her into the shower. So that's some more of the truth. But honestly, when I first did, I tried to use a bag, and then she fought me. That's when I got my hands around her, and that's when I really started pushing it, and then with all my might. So then it kind of like wrapped around like this, and then just really like there was no like blunt trauma. I didn't bash her head in or anything. It was like I was trying to like say my goodbyes.
Okay. You said you were trying to use the bag at first?
Yeah, because I thought maybe if I used the bag, it wouldn't show my handprint, so it wouldn't lead to me right away. But the more she fought, and when she freaked out that what I was trying to do, she screamed out like "Help me, Jesus" and everything, and I was like, "Fuck! If I leave now, she's definitely gonna call him. That's attempted murder." So then I was just like, "Fuck it, just do it."
And that bag,
It was just like a black normal bag, like a trash bag.
A big hefty bag?
Yeah, like a big hefty one. Oh. But bitch, she's always been a tough one. Oh, she's always been a tough one.
What did you do with that bag?
Like everything else, just threw it away.
Okay. You said you had to get the outfit help.
Yeah.
So when you moved her from the floor to the shower?
It was just normally like I was like grabbed her wrist and just went like that. Put her in the shower. The ankles, and so when I put her in the shower and everything, I kind of put the bag on her face because I couldn't bear to look at it. I went in the shower, I could already smell her, like just whatever. And when I pulled the bag off, my hand was shaking so bad because like maggots were already forming. And then I kind of just sprayed her down with some chemical cleaner. I don't know which one it is. And I just turned on the faucet and that was it.
In the end, Dylan Alexander Waller was arrested and charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. On February 10, 2025, Dylan was sentenced to life in prison, plus more than 3 years for tampering with evidence. Moving to the next case, when a family reported a child missing, they never expected to find her deceased inside the home of the person who was supposed to protect her, her father.
He's been there for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks like someone wrapped him up like that, put a blanket over him.
Because I was distant, my dad be dodging me every time I come over here.
Can I see my son? He will tell me no. He's too bad.
Was that from him getting punished for stealing the food?
On October 10th, 2023, officers from Milwaukee received a call after the son contacted the police, claiming he had found his brother inside the house with no signs of life. Officers immediately went to the scene to investigate, and what initially appeared to be a domestic accident soon turned into a family homicide.
Milwaukee Police, if you're in here, announce yourself. If anyone else is in here. I'm taking the basement.
I'm on your 6, Osana. Creep. I'm on you.
Apparently people are supposed to be living here?
Or some sort of family member.
But your family had.
No working toilet. No working shower. It's crazy.
At this point, an unimaginable scene was unfolding before the officers. The house did not appear to be in livable condition. In every corner there were clothes scattered around, food and trash everywhere, and a strong presence of mold. It seemed impossible that anyone could truly live there. However, as the officers continued their investigation, a discovery left them perplexed.
Bro.
Dude. I just told Bunty, where you at?
Yeah, he's been there for a minute. 6-9, can you just do a call history search for this location for the past month?
Is this house occupied?
It's apparently he was just staying here.
Where's the DOE?
Right here.
Right here.
Oh.
Doesn't even look like.
The body found in the living room was identified as 11-year-old Jakari Robinson. The young boy was already in an advanced state of position, suggesting that the crime had occurred sometime earlier. But the sight of a severely malnourished child, along with the condition in which his body was discovered, revealed disturbing truths on its own.
You're just by himself?
He's been there for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of looks like someone wrapped him up like that, put a blanket over him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that the t-shirt on his
Especially if the blanket and the t-shirt is over his head when they come in here.
And no one else was in here with him, just him?
Apparently his brother just checked up on him because he hasn't heard from him. That's brother outside. I guess he's supposed to be living with dad.
So this is probably mom's residence?
Either male or female.
I mean, if there's two other, bunk beds where the other kids are.
Right. Wonder if this is just a nasty case of neglect.
Probably.
At this point, officers were questioning where the boy's guardian could be. With few immediate answers inside the home, the only way to gather more information was to speak with residents in the neighborhood. What neighbors described about the family's daily routine was deeply disturbing, and raised the alarming possibility that other children might still be living inside the house.
I'm an officer of Osmock Police Department. Just checking if you might have seen anything or heard anything.
I just got off of work. I was just trying to see.
Do you know who lived next door?
A dude and a bunch of little girls.
What do you mean, dude? Like a grown man?
A grown man and some girls. That's all I see over there. A grown man and some girls.
When's the last time you seen them?
Maybe last week.
Last week. So it's the 10th now.
They don't really be outside.
No? And you said like it was a grown man and how many girls?
It was like it's about 5 of them, I guess. I don't know.
And you never knew their name?
No.
Oh,
Did something happen to these little girls?
That's what we're trying to figure out, who stays there. We're trying to figure out who lives there. Because we don't got no information on the house on who lives there.
They ain't there?
Nobody's there. That's what we're trying to figure out, what's going on. And who stays there.
So you talked to someone from who was inside this house on Saturday?
Yeah, they were sitting on the porch.
Who was outside on the porch?
It was a younger female.
Had you seen her before?
I speak to the girls all the time because they take the garbage out and they play with my granddaughter sometimes.
Okay, so do you know any other names in there?
Mm-mm.
Okay, but you talked to someone from that house on Saturday?
Yeah.
They were inside that house?
They were sitting on the porch.
Do you know they live there? Or you
I
just know
have
they
the
stay there?
slightest idea.
Hello.
No one was home.
Oh, okay. You live here?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yeah. So, our captain wanted us to talk to neighbors to see if you guys seen any activity at that residence. Anybody going in and out within the past week?
No, there's always that one family with the dad and then the girls. That's it.
Okay. Did you see them outside, like in the week, this past week at all?
They're always outside. They come out.
How about the little brother?
Actually, I didn't know they even had a little brother until they said so. I always thought it was all girls. I don't pay them attention. They little. My kids all adults.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I see them, but I wave at the dad. That's about it.
As investigation progressed, officers continued questioning residents. One finally spoke to a woman who remembered seeing Jakari, but what she revealed was deeply unsettling.
Probably.
So the kid's supposed to be, 11, they said?
Yeah.
What's Brianna? To daddy.
Probably know.
His
sister.
Hello.
Hi.
So our captain wanted us to talk to neighbors to see if you guys seen any activity going on at that house in the past week. Any kids playing outside? Our main person that we're asking for is a little boy, like an 11-year-old little boy.
11-year-old, I haven't seen him in a while.
Okay.
You remember last time we seen him? When they was walking to the store a month ago.
A month ago? Okay. Okay.
Is he okay? The little boy?
He's deceased. Yeah. What were you guys, when you guys did see him, how would you guys describe him? Was he playful? Was he quiet?
You could tell he was
weak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did nobody know? The other girls didn't know about the bird?
Yeah, there was no one in the house when we got on scene. So I don't know if the dad and the girls went somewhere else or what, but there was no one here. Yeah, so.
I can tell you that dad is weird. He's really super quiet.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Too quiet.
I guess the grandma had told us that she talked to dad a couple days ago and he said the child was fine. But it doesn't look like the child was alive a couple days ago. He's been there for, I would say, more than a week.
Yeah.
So
was he hiding or was he just in his room?
Oh no, he's just in the living room.
At this point, Many crucial answers rested with the person who had first uncovered the tragedy, older brother Jay Moyehe, who had called the police. According to Jay, in the weeks leading up to the discovery, his father had been acting strangely whenever he asked about his younger brother. What troubled him the most was the fact that his father would not allow him to see him.
On your brother, right? Was the door unlocked or was it locked? It was unlocked? Okay. Is he supposed to have his cell phone with him?
Jakari?
Yeah.
He have a cell phone, but I don't even think that is on.
Okay.
I don't even think that is on, bro.
How long ago did you start getting concerned for him?
I've been concerned for like the last month, but it really got serious like within the last week.
Yeah.
Because I dished him. My dad been dodging. Like every time I come over here, every time I come over here to like drop the kids off or something to him, he'd say he's not here. But I'm like, how you not here if you just told them? Because he been texting me today saying he only got a couple days left to live. Like yesterday, last couple of days, he been telling me like his been messing with him. He said he only got a couple days left to live, this and that. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, Dad, he said he don't want us to see him like that. So he been staying away from us. So I'm like, Dad, I need to see you. Like, if you only got a couple days left to live, I need to see you. You had me for the last couple of years. I'm like, if you got that, and if it's that serious, I need to spend time with you before you leave. So he been telling me that I don't have. He been telling me like no, I don't have the energy right now. As soon as I get the energy, son, I would definitely you can definitely see me. So I'm like, I just knew. I'm like, no, something.
You just felt something wasn't right.
I just knew it because I'm like, he don't never dodge me like this. He never dodged me like this. So when I finally got over here, I stood at the door. I called his name. I was at the door, I was calling my dad, and I'm like, Dad, if you in there, please come out. I thought he was just lying about not being here.
Jay went on to explain that a few years earlier he had moved out of his father's home, while his younger brother, Jakari, had remained there. But months later, the routine visits began to raise suspicion when Jay was never able to see him. Whenever he questioned his father about his brother's whereabouts, he was never given a clear answer.
When you walked in there, was there anything that kind of looked out of place? Anything out of the norm?
The house itself.
Just in what words?
Order, complete, like as if like no one lived there.
Because I was about to mention, is the kitchen usually like that?
Dude, when I was off for words when I went in that house, bro.
Yeah.
When I went in there and I seen that house.
I mean, what was the relationship between him and Jakari?
Honestly, bro, he's been telling me that the last couple of months that Jakari has been like real bad, and that he's been keeping Kari away from us. And I've been wondering, I've been wondering why he can never come with us. Every time we go somewhere, it's always the girls. He always let the two girls come, but he never let Jakari come. And my mom even noticed that. She even asked me like, why Jakari never can come to nothing. He always got to stay here. Why is that? So then, I never, ever in my life expected this.
At this point, the root of the problem appeared to be even deeper. The way officers found Jakari suggested severe malnutrition, something that had already been noticed by his brother, who had observed his weight loss over time. However, the restriction on contact with the boy had not applied only to him. His mother had also been forbidden from seeing him.
Yeah, is he like a skinny kid?
Dude, that's another thing. He's gotten super skinny over time. Like the times I didn't see him, like for his birthday, I seen him August 19th. He was super skinny, I try not to really say nothing about it, but I'm like, damn, the fuck? Is he eating? Like, did he starve to death? What the fuck happened to him?
So you saw him August 19th?
Yes, that was like really the last really good time I saw him, because he asked me, can I stay with him? I gave him some toys, and I was about to leave, and my little brother said, can you stay with me for a little bit? And as soon as he said that, it hit me. I'm like, damn. I sat and played with him with his toys for a little bit on the porch. About a good 30 minutes and I left. Like, he never really had a big brother figure, man. That's the thing. And I tried to tell my dad, like, let him come over, Dad. Let him play the game with me. Let him come by my house. He can chill with me. This and that, Dad. It's I don't understand it, bro. I'm lost.
The last contact between the brothers happened after Jay told his father that their mother had reported him. After that day, Jay never expected what his father's anger would ultimately lead to.
His verbal skills, his communication, were they like up to 11-year-old, were they like sound mind, like he could have a one-on-one conversation?
Definitely.
Okay, so if something was going on, do you think he would have found comfort in you and at least kind of disclosed it, or do you think that he was in fear of something else?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Every time I spoke with him, I was never speaking to him alone. And every time I asked him, was he okay, he tell me no. Every time I asked my little brother. And I see him, I'm like, Carl, you all right? Because I can see them, he just look super down. For a little kid don't look down every time you see them.
Yeah.
A little kid's supposed to be happy. So every time I see him, and the fact that he'd tell me every time, no, I'm not okay. As a kid, you telling me you're not okay? I knew something wasn't wrong. But as a big brother, I ain't want to think nothing of this nature.
At this point, the boy's mother, identified as Yolande Robinson, began to provide more important details about her relationship with her ex-husband, the suspect identified as Roman J. Moy, who had custody of Jakari. According to Yolande, she had previously reported him for mistreating the other children. However, despite the report, there had been no time to save Jakari's life.
I haven't seen my son in over 3 years.
Okay.
Every time when I would call Roman and ask him, can I see my son, he would tell me no, he's too bad. I said, Roman, a kid is never that bad where they can't see their mom. Mm-hmm. That's his bull. I texted Roman early today. I was at work. I texted him over and over. I said, Roman, when can I come and see? Can Jakari come over? I got the girls. Can I get Jakari? He said, Jakari will be with you very soon. Yeah. He said, I'm too weak right now to bring him to you, but I will make sure that he gets to you today. I said, okay, fine. Then I had mentioned my son. I said, well, Jazz can come and get him and bring him over to me. Mm-hmm. Then I get a call, just getting off of work. I got a call. My daughter said, Mama, I knew it.
When you texted Roman, did he ever respond to you?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He responded to you today?
Yes, he did, several times.
Okay, and what did he say to you?
I was going to read. Okay, this is the number he texted me from right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, this phone. Oh, it's such a jerk. This is what he said. He said, I don't have enough, he pretty much saying he don't have no energy to bring Jakari to me. Mm-hmm. And I just kept texting. Mm-hmm. And then I said, because he had told me I know he got, and I said, you're going to be okay. You go, prayer works and all this other stuff. He said, I'm not feeling good. He said, but I will, pretty much bring Jakari. Mm-hmm. He said, yes, I have Jakari. Yes, I have pretty much, I got Jakari here. Jakari's fine. Mm-hmm. But then this?
As the investigation progressed, the situation became slightly less tense when officers received news that the couple's other daughters were safe. In this situation, investigators tried to understand what could have motivated the crime, a tragic case in which anger and resentment may have been taken out on the boy, ultimately leading to his.
And you have all the other kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that was one of the clarification questions we were waiting for, so at least we know the other kids are safe. Mm-hmm. So that's always a good thing. When's the last time you talked to him on the phone or even talked to your son?
I haven't talked to. First of all, I haven't seen my son in over 3 years. He kept him away from me for 3 years.
Okay.
I don't understand that. I talked to Jakari about 5 weeks ago. I had got the girls again. I said, Jakari, I said, Roman, where's Jakari? He said, he right here. I said, Jakari, man, you gotta be good so you can come over and have some fun with us. He said, okay, Mama. That was it. That was the last conversation we had.
He's 11?
He's 11 damn years old.
And when was that conversation when he said, okay? Do you remember?
About 5 weeks ago, maybe.
About a little over a month ago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But otherwise, you haven't talked to him since?
Mm-mm.
Where did it go wrong? Kind of scenarios
like
right
what he could have possibly did to take your son's damn life. I understand you going through. You just lost your girlfriend. I understand that. Damn, your son. Come over, Mom. You better than that, man. You better than that.
And did you guys just is this a new girlfriend or it's been a couple years that
he's been with? Well, she's passed through now.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, he couldn't cope with that with her dying because I guess they were supposed to get married the next day as she passed. So I don't know if he just couldn't cope with her death and just took it out on Jakari. I don't know.
Months after the discovery, and despite witnesses pointing to Roman's involvement, it wasn't until February 25th, 2024, that he was finally brought in for interrogation.
Obviously, we're here because of Jakari. So the main thing that we're wondering here is what happened with Jakari.
Or you try to attack one of the girls. Then at that point, then it started to where he just wanted to this steal a lot.
Steal a lot? So he had some discipline problems?
Yeah.
What was he stealing?
Just like, I food, and I couldn't, I stood up because he was getting bigger.
Okay.
And after he got eaten, it's like he wanted to get up in the middle. He wanted to get up in the middle, like, and he wanted to stick to it. Like you go to every car. That, so he just started working.
Okay. So he kept on stealing food and stuff?
Then it started to the point where I couldn't even take him.
Yeah. October 10th? What do you remember about October 10th?
Okay, so he died all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I had stayed in the house with him for
a couple weeks?
Probably
about a week? How did he die?
I guess he knew to the point like
At this point, officers were left in shock by Roman's statements. According to him, his son had been misbehaving by taking food, a claim that suggested the marks and severe malnutrition found on the boy were the result of repeated punishment. Investigators also learned that the recent death of his girlfriend had taken a heavy toll on him mentally, but what he revealed next was even more disturbing.
And you're unable to mourn yourself. And then you have 3 kids that you have to watch. And I'm guessing everything just kind of piles up. It's way too much. When's the last time that Jakari ate before October 3rd?
I think for the last 2 days, I think I wasn't eating for the last
2
2 days.
days? Okay. Why specifically Jakari? Because the girls were well fed.
I just stopped. I just like here. I was letting everybody eat.
Mm-hmm. So was Jakari able to go into the kitchen and grab food if he wanted to, or no? What would happen if Jakari went into the kitchen and grabbed something to eat?
Actually, I wasn't even paying attention. I was most of the time. I was after I said right now, he was way different.
As the interrogation continued, officers were confronted with a horrifying reality. Roman's actions went far beyond simple mistreatment. What emerged instead was a pattern of calculated cruelty, beginning with psychological torment that eventually escalated into physical torture.
Then why Jakari?
Well, because the way he acted,
Okay. So, did Jakari get a lot? I'm sorry, it's just a little difficult to use.
Oh, yeah.
Was that from him getting punished for stealing the food?
Yeah.
When did those happen?
Like, what happened?
Yeah, when did he get punished for stealing the food?
I think, yeah, that's all happened. Like, because first I wasn't doing anything. Well, I was pushing like person, like, the gang and stuff and all that. Like fake stuff that I know they like it. Yeah, after I still had the albums, they became like punching him like for carrying my and stuff.
Okay. So it turned physical after that. Did you ever take Jakari to the hospital for? No. Okay. Did he ever complain about it? No. He never complained?
That's why when I was reading some good stuff in the South, I newspaper, I'm like, he never.
At this point, he began using his son's fear of him to weaken and control him. The boy was often denied daily meals, sometimes going days without food, something that may have been one of the main factors leading to his death, severe malnutrition.
Because I mean, I believe there was like ramen noodles and stuff like that in the house. So how would you stop him from eating that?
I'll keep going. So I was just telling him if he can stop, that I would take his food away.
Okay. So if you caught him with food, you would take it away from him?
No, I was telling him that if he can stop, that I would take it away.
If he didn't stop what?
If he didn't stop his problems.
Okay. So he has problems, you start taking the food away. Is it like a rule? Is it like if you catch him in the kitchen, something were to happen? Like, how would you kind of enforce his punishment?
Okay. How much do you think he had eaten? You know, when's the last time do you think he was given any sort of food?
I can't remember. I mean, I was beat, like I said, I think, like I said, when he passed, I think he went like 2 days without eating.
2 days without eating? Okay.
Was he allowed to drink water or anything like that, or was it just the food you were taking away?
It was the food, because I was out here. I just remember taking the ass food.
I mean, would you punch him? Would you, like, how would you whoop him? I mean, what?
I had something.
Would you hit him with something? Was it always something different?
No, I remember it.
The shoe.
During the interrogation, investigators were also able to piece together a timeline of when things began to spiral for Jakari. Roman's girlfriend had died in August, and by September, Jakari was already beginning to show stronger signs that something was seriously wrong.
Pretty strong bones in his body that were broken, and they were at various stages of healing, which means they happened over a period of time, and they were healing, and they're very strong bones. Okay, like everyone can break their nose, right? It's fairly easy to break your nose, but like your leg, it's pretty hard to break. Do you have any idea why he would have some broken bones?
I mean, the only thing, like I said, I was doing like a shoe, and the shoe was gonna like, okay, I think so.
Okay.
So,
think that might have caused it? Okay. When Jakari was being whooped, did he like make noises? Did he cry? What was Jakari's reaction to being whooped?
Okay, well,
did he have any issues walking after any of the whoopings?
I've never seen that.
Never seen it? Do you think Jakari would tell you if like his leg was hurting or if he was having problems walking? You think he would?
I thought he was a bit of just like I said, when I saw the reports, and I was like, it was like he never, like it was like he never, I never saw him hurting or said he was hurting. That's why I was shocked. I actually did that because he never did that.
Did he ever ask you for food? Yeah. When he asked you for food, did you give it to him, or?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes? But not all the time?
No, sometimes wait, if he did something.
Okay.
However, investigators did not accept the explanation that his girlfriend's death had mentally affected him. To them, it appeared to be little more than an attempt to minimize the severity of his actions. Evidence suggested that the abuse had lasted for more than a year, during which Jakari had been completely isolated from relatives without access to school or proper medical care.
I mean, your oldest son, Gervais, have you explained to him any of this?
I think I told you.
You tried to?
He was pretty fucked up, for lack of a better way to put it, for what happened. I talked with him that night, and he said that he saw Jakari for his birthday, and Jakari begged him to stay, but he wouldn't because he had stuff to do. You know, he's a grown man, he has his own life. But he told me that back when he saw him on his birthday, he said Jakari looked hungry. And he said he got him a little bit of food and things like that. But so what would make you think your oldest son to look at Jakari and say he looks hungry?
Like, how long would Jakari have gone without food for that?
Oh, I can't remember.
Can't remember?
I don't remember we like something like stuff I've been for like old or anything like that. I can remember it. The only time, like I told you, I did those 2 days. But
anything ever happened longer than 2 days, you think?
Not that I can remember. Yeah.
What was the worst whooping that Jakari ever got? Like, if you had to think of like the worst beating that he had for acting up, what do you think that would have been? And when you would whoop him with the shoe, where would you hit him with the shoe? Was it like on his rear end, his back? Where would you hit him?
It started with his rear end, but if he moved a lot,
what would happen if he moved? Would you just keep hitting him, or?
At this point, investigators were trying to piece together why so many food restrictions had been imposed, but the suspect's simple answer revealed the chilling truth. He took pleasure in seeing his son suffer.
Would you be, I'm just asking, would you say that you were taking your anger out on him for what happened and what you were going through? You don't know?
I could.
So if you went 2 days without eating, how would you feel? Like, have you ever gone 2 days without eating?
Ever?
Yep. Not that you know of?
That's out the kitchen.
Okay. Now, your oldest son told me that you're kind of particular, that you don't let people eat past 5 p.m. Like, if you miss dinner time, you're not eating. Is that fair to say, or? He said, like, when he was in the house and he was younger, like, there would be like a set time for dinner. And if you didn't make that set time for dinner, you weren't eating that night.
No, okay, I would have everybody eat. It was like morning, afternoon, and dinner.
So like your standard 3 meals, right?
Yeah. So now, if you want to go back in the kitchen and if you want to eat snacks, that's all that here.
Okay. What was preventing Jakari from getting food the last couple of days?
It was just me.
Just you?
As the investigation unfolded, the full extent of the cruelty became apparent. Food had been found hidden in Jakari's pockets, but he was forbidden from eating it, constantly monitored by his controlling father. This revealed the dark, oppressive psychological control he had endured.
Okay. I mean, was Jakari like... I mean, he was free to walk around the house and everything, right? So were you just I mean, what would have happened if Jakari went and got food?
At the time, I probably would still tell him no. But a lot of times I was outside.
Because there was food in his pockets.
There was food and okay. But yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of times I was outside.
So if Jakari pulled something out of his pocket and started eating it in front of you when he was on a timeout, what would you do?
I don't know, because I never saw him.
Was he fearful? Like he knew he couldn't do that, right? Like, so he knew if he did that, there would be a whooping probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
What do you think caused Jakari to die?
Probably from those last days.
After Jakari's death, Roman claimed that he remained in the house for another week, which explained why Jay, Jakari's brother, had been unable to make contact. It was then that a question from the investigators uncovered a deeper layer of revelation, one that even the autopsy had not been able to reveal.
I didn't realize.
You didn't even realize?
Not at all.
So after he passes, what do you do?
I was in shock. And I just stood there like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. So, all the idea was I just sat there. Like in the house. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do.
Did you think about calling for help? Can I ask why?
I don't even know why. I just scared me. I probably because I'm shocked. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. Because I never ever done that. So I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was afraid. I didn't know what to do.
How long did you stay with him?
Stay with him like a week.
Like a week? I mean, it was malnutrition. You know? There were quite a lot of bottles of like pee in the living room. Was he allowed to go and use the toilet at all, or did he have to stay just in the living room?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just let him, I had him stay in the living room because if he went to the bathroom, he had to take off and do and stuff. So I just had him pee there.
Okay.
So he wasn't free to roam about the house?
Not at a certain, like if he was going not by himself.
Okay. How would you prevent him from going in? I mean, would you, like, was he tied up? Was he, like, kind of put in an area where he couldn't move? Like,
yeah, put him in a type of area.
Okay. And how would you keep him from getting out of that area?
Just have him sit there.
Just have him sit there? Okay.
What would happen if he didn't listen and he got up and went to the kitchen?
I never really had that problem because he'll just the only time he get that is when I wasn't there.
When you weren't there? How long would you go without being in the house with the kids?
It wasn't that long. Like when Sarah was there, it'd be like maybe 2 days or so.
2 days or so?
To reinforce the idea that Roman was fully aware of the gravity of his actions, investigators introduced a series of social media posts and online conversations that exposed damning details.
So there's a couple of messages in there where it says that what happened to Jakari wasn't an accident.
You say it's a couple of messages that was not an accident.
That you had responded then to people saying that what happened wasn't an accident.
I can't remember.
Can't remember? So I have, particularly, there's one here. His son was intentional, so don't get it twisted. It was sent in November. It's from you.
attacked the wrong because I even sent out a letter saying, I sent out quite a few of them saying, the guy that was for hands of that. So that probably was like a misprint.
There was no doubt that Jakari's death was the result of a combination of factors that had been building over the years until the day he could endure no more.
Do you feel a little bit better that you talked to us? No?
What would you say to Jakari if you could right now?
I'll just I'm sorry. And I reflect. I reflect that.
Out of my curiosity, where have you been staying? On the street? Which shelter?
At the guest house.
The guest house.
In the end, Roman Moy was arrested and charged with first-degree reckless homicide, prolonged mistreatment, and failure to report the death of his son. He was sentenced to 47 years in prison, half to be served in custody, and 25 years of extended supervision. Up next, when officers responded to what appeared to be a routine welfare check after a desperate woman called, saying her boyfriend was armed and out of control. What they didn't know was that the suspect had already taken the life of his own mother.
Hey, where's he at?
Right here.
Hey, James,
I think he's in shock. His mother passed away.
Yeah, she just told me that mom passed away last night, his mom, and then she's still there. And she's still at the house and no one has gone.
What?
This does not look like a natural.
I went over there today to see if I could find a gun or something to blow it off.
On the night of April 2nd, 2024, officers with the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office in New Mexico were dispatched after a barely audible 911 call came in. The dispatcher could hardly make anything out, only that there was clearly an argument on the other side of the line.
Hello, 911? Hello? 911, press the button if you can hear me and you can't speak.
Stop.
Oh, Roger.
Do you have an emergency?
Yes, I need to have somebody come to Palomas Avenue. I don't know the exact address. I'm sorry.
Okay, I need an address or some cross streets so we know where to find you.
It's the south side of Paseo del Norte. Please, it's an emergency.
Okay, I need the address so I can send them.
Can you get it from my phone?
What's your callback number?
Stop. Look under John Colbert.
Ma'am, answer my question. What is your phone number?
Ma'am, please, it's an emergency.
Okay, listen to me and tell me what happened.
The caller was Rhonda King, calling on behalf of her close friend, 59-year-old James Colbert. His mother had just passed away, and Rhonda believed he was in no state to be left alone.
Their mother is passed away and they need some emergency assistance. James, no. And I think the person is being a danger to themselves. And I'm trying to stop them, but I can't.
What is he doing that you keep saying stop?
He's trying to get to the room where the guns are in, and I locked the door, but yet he has a key to get to it. And we've been like wrestling over the key. James, no, stop. Listen to her. Stop. 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 You're my key. Ow. Ow. Where's my key? I hit my head against the wall when we were struggling. James, stop. Stop, they're here. James, they're here.
When officers arrived, the scene was already physical. Before anything else, they needed to make sure James wasn't armed and then figure out what had actually happened that night.
Is he armed?
No, he's not armed. Nobody's armed. Nobody's armed.
Hey, where's he at?
Right here.
Hey, James,
I think he's in shock. His mother passed away. And he's the sole caregiver, and I just think he's in shock.
Okay.
And I called him late today.
James, it's okay, man. Hey, you're gonna be okay, dude. Okay. All right. Do you have weapons on you? No. Is it okay if I check real quick? Sure. Let's go. Turn around for me.
No, there's not. No, please don't.
No, I'm not putting you in cuffs, James. It's just to make sure
There's a
you're
mental
not.
health issue here.
Yeah, no, we know, ma'am. All right, so James,
Can you step back around?
I'm just gonna check you right here. All right?
Please don't hurt me.
I'm not hurting you, James. I just want to make sure you don't have pads or
These are
anything.
my
Right? Your keys.
Okay, here.
Okay.
These are the keys that I have.
Yeah.
James was cooperative but deeply unsettled. His attention kept drifting back to one thing, a locked room inside the house. The more he pushed to get inside it, the more Rhonda pushed back.
So James, what's going on today, man? We got called out here because I am sorry to hear that there was a death in the family, and that is what I understand happened today.
Yesterday.
And yesterday, okay. And this has obviously been very rough for you.
Absolutely.
And so we were called out here because somebody said you were maybe thinking about hurting yourself.
Rhonda did.
And is that true? Is that something you were thinking of?
No.
So what's going on today? What was the argument about today?
Just that what's happened with my mom and that kind of stuff.
Okay. So she's under the impression you're trying to grab a gun and to shoot yourself.
She thinks I would have in that room.
Okay. But
Not my intent.
You're not intending to do that.
No,
Why
no.
would she think that?
She just does. I don't know why.
Can we have medical come check you out, man? Just because.
Sure.
I mean, you got scrapes and stuff. Things like that.
Where?
On your. What is on your shirt? Is that blood?
A little bit of blood. Yeah.
From your lip or something.
Something, yes.
What happened to your lip?
Just cut.
Okay. And a little bit on your nose too, the bridge of your nose? Okay.
James refused to go anywhere until the house was fully locked down. Officers were beginning to notice just how unusual that fixation was and why it mattered.
Okay. Can we lock this door though, please? There's nobody to stay here. We have to turn the alarm system on.
Alright. So are you going to be going somewhere today?
I'm going to go back to my house.
Okay. So this is not your.
This is my parents'
your
house.
parents' residence.
That's right.
Okay. Well, we'll talk to medical real quick.
Okay.
But
I have the keys, which
we'll grab the keys. Can we grab
I'm gonna. Before we leave, okay, we're not gonna leave with the house unsecured. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we'll take care of the house.
I'm worried about that.
Okay.
I promise you, we will not leave this residence.
Yeah,
And me and him, we will make sure it's locked up before we leave. All right?
Okay. I'd like to lock it.
We're gonna secure it. We're gonna walk out to medical first.
I want to secure the door, please.
We can secure it right now. Is she leaving?
She can come out. I want to secure the door.
Okay.
You can wait right there.
Yeah. So sorry. So we're a little antsy just because we were told there was a gun involved.
Okay.
And our
I have
belief
no gun.
was yes, sir. I know. I patted you down.
Okay. I have no gun.
But our belief was that it was in the house, and that's why when we showed up, we were trying to pat you down for weapons, take you outside. Because if there was a firearm, we don't want.
There's no one else there, right?
No. I think this is an overreaction.
He's like refusing to go to medical until we lock the door.
Right. Yeah, I think that's why they were fighting over the keys. I don't think he's trying to hurt himself.
With James stabilized, officers turned to Rhonda. She had been trying to reach him all day with no answer, and when she finally did, something in his voice told her something was wrong.
Can you come talk to me in here?
James and I have been friends for 40 years. Good friends.
His mom has been ill, has had Parkinson's.
He's taking care of her.
And
We're inside making contact now. So Rhonda, I just need you to relax and talk to me. So what happened today? I know you said that he said his mom has Parkinson's, she passed away, and he's in shock.
Yes.
What is he doing that's making you feel like that he wants to hurt himself?
because he told me he did.
Okay, what did he say exactly?
He just said that there was no reason to live anymore, and that he just felt it was best just, I don't know if he said specifically kill himself, but he said there was no more reason for him to live.
Who's this other woman in
That's
here?
Rhonda.
And who is she to you?
A friend for 40 years.
A friend for 40 years,
Mhm.
okay. And how did both of you come to be at this house tonight?
I came here because I was doing some stuff, checking on the house and whatever, and she came over.
Okay.
She's worried I'm going to hurt myself.
Okay. And you're saying that's not your intent at all?
It's not my intent, but I'm not in a good spot.
Okay.
He has another house that was broken into off of Rio Grande, and then this one recently was broken into, and we've been here before. And they stole a bunch of his dad's guns and very prized possessions, banjos.
Okay.
And so he comes over here to check things periodically, okay?
What made Rhonda's concern far more urgent than a grieving friend's was one thing she couldn't shake. She knew there were guns in that house.
And I just know this is his parents' house. And we've been friends long enough. And we dated many, many years ago, and then we're just friends now.
Yeah.
But I know there's guns in there.
Okay.
because he did a police report because somebody broke into the house and stole some of them.
What sparked her concern was just the sound of a zipper on the phone, but she trusted her gut, drove to him, and when he told her his mother had passed the morning before, she called 911 on the spot.
When I called him on the phone originally and he called me back, I heard a zipper, like, you know, if you've ever heard a zipper for like a rifle or something. And that's what it sounded like. But I didn't know that necessarily that's just what it sounded like. And he just said he was looking at his dad's guns and going through some of the guns that he knew was stolen. I texted him today, didn't hear from him, and then I tried his mom, didn't get her. And then I called him some more, didn't get him. And so then I swung by his house and nobody was there. So then about that time he called me and I said, how are you doing and what are you doing? And I said, you know, he said he was over here and he was in his dad's, you know, he was here and he was just looking at some guns. And so I said, well, I kept him on the phone. Then when I got here, I said, just come on out, let's go to the car and let's just talk. I said, come on out, because he's been very emotional about things being stolen from this house and another house he had broken into, okay? And he said, well, she passed away yesterday. And I said, and I just think he's in shock. I just think he's in shock. And then he was adamant to come back to here and lock this house up. And I told him, no, it would be okay, but he just wouldn't stay in the car with me. So I said, okay, I'll go with you. So I came down here with him, and I was very fearful he was going to go in that room and get a gun that was in there.
We don't want to delay him getting medical attention, so if you're good to leave, let's lock up the door so we can take him where he needs to go.
Okay. And now,
does he have a wallet?
I don't know.
Okay, we can ask him. Was he here with, did he have anything with him? Other than just car keys and... Just
the car keys,
okay.
I think.
Do you know what he came here to do?
He said to
just...
outside. Oh, yeah.
Let's lock the door so we can get him on his way.
He just said he came to check things up and lock things up and make sure everything was up. And then he told me he was just looking at this room here.
Is there other doors that need to be locked, or just this one?
Just this one.
Just this one? Okay.
Yeah, so then I have to turn the alarm on.
Okay.
That's right, turn it on.
You want to go ahead? So I'll wait right here. I'll come out with you.
Then came the detail that stopped officers cold. James's mother had passed away the morning before. She was still at his other house. No one had been called.
That his mom is deceased at the other house and no one has gone. What the f? Jesus Christ, dude. And I think Nas got an address, so...
What?
Yeah, she just told me that mom passed away last night, this mom.
And then she's still there.
And she's still at the house and no one has gone.
What?
I understand, so your mother passed away last night, is that correct?
Yesterday.
And yesterday morning? Okay. And were medical called out or law enforcement? Okay, so where is she now?
At my house.
She's at your house on the 11101 Corona?
Right.
Okay. So we will have to go down there and make sure she's taken care of according to how we handle those kind of calls.
When James finally gave consent to enter, it didn't take long. What officers found inside raised immediate questions that James was going to have a very hard time answering.
Oh,
What do we have?
dead body. DB, obvious 10-7, blood on the walker, on her lacerations to her legs, possibly head.
Let's just clear the house, make sure no one else is here, so that we can secure it.
This does not look like a natural death.
Detectives sat down with James calmly, letting him lead. His explanations were measured and careful, but they didn't line up with what investigators had seen.
James, can you help me understand why you're here today?
My mom passed away.
Okay. Sorry to hear that. Can you tell me more about that?
She's been living with me for the last 5 years or so.
Okay.
We've been having some conflicts as of late.
Tell me more about that.
But just disagreements or conflicts and she said she sometimes makes some derogatory statements to me.
Like what?
Like the dog wasn't fed sufficiently. That's why she doesn't have enough weight, and it's going to kill the dog, kind of thing. That's an example. Not saying, really not talking at all much to me at all.
Oh, like you were getting the silent treatment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And she was just sitting stationary. We had some big disagreements, and so.
Tell me more about those.
I gave you an example. One
Yeah,
with
can
the
you
dog.
give me more? You said big disagreement. The one about the dog is not a big disagreement.
Well, it was with the dog not quote unquote being fed correctly.
Okay.
That's an example of it.
Okay. Is there any more?
I'm 59 years of age and I have no children.
Well, I mean, that's like everyone's personal choice, right?
That's true, but there's been some comments made about why not.
How did it make you feel?
Not good.
No.
James had spent an entire day going about his normal routine with his mother's body still inside. When asked why he never called anyone, his answer revealed far more than he intended.
I went down to my Rio Grande house and did work down there. Took my business calls and stuff from down there.
Okay. Like IT work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you just worked?
I went and did work, IT work.
Yeah.
Down on Rio Grande. I came back in the evening, took care of the dog, and candidly, was doing a lot of thinking about what should I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's not like something that happens every day to people, so.
No, meaning, what should I do? Myself or whatever. You know what I mean?
So is the house on Corona, is that your primary residence out of all the houses you have?
That's the one that's been more convenient for her to stay in. I stay at my Rio Grande house as well. I have.
Okay.
The last year or so, she's needed more help from me. I've tried to go on with doing other stuff that I have, like work and stuff, the last couple of days, because I have other things I have to do. But obviously, it's a bad situation.
For every injury, James had an explanation. The detective had never heard anything like it and wasn't hiding that fact.
In a chair, she had stumbled off of a chair a couple of times. So she had fallen off of a chair, that chair that she's on now, and so I helped put her back. I put her back on the chair. Not helped. I put her back on the chair myself, and situated her where you saw her tonight.
When did she fall off that chair?
A couple of times that morning.
A couple of times that morning? Okay. And so when you found her, she was not in the chair?
No, she was in the chair, and a couple of times she fell off the chair onto the tile.
Okay. But that was earlier in the day?
Earlier in the day.
Yeah, when she was alive, you helped her get back on the chair? Okay. But when you found her, she was on the chair at 11 o'clock?
She was on the chair because I had placed her on the chair. Yes.
Okay. She was on the chair because you placed her on the chair when she was already passed away?
No, when I set her on the chair, she was alive, but then she passed away.
How was she in the morning when she, like, you said was like in a stupor, not getting like a silent treatment and stuff?
Just how was she? She was sort of non-communicative.
Okay. After she fell, you didn't want to call the ambulance or anything like that?
I did not, no.
Why not?
So you've already said to me I can stop this conversation if I want to. So
yeah, you can. So are you done answering my questions?
I'm simply going to say that I did not, because I didn't know what to do with the situation.
I mean, it's a pretty easy thing to do. Like somebody falls down, you ask them if they're okay, and then you call 911 if they're not, right? So how come you didn't call?
Because I felt accountable for where she's at. I'm responsible for what's happened here.
Right, so calling 911 would have been like the helpful thing to do, right? When she fell off the chair?
It would be.
Okay. So you guys are having an argument in the morning. Is it fair to say you were upset at her when she fell? Because you were already upset about this ongoing argument? Is that why you didn't call 911 after she fell? Because you were still upset?
I didn't call 911 because I knew that you know, I would be found to be, you know, doing elder abuse.
Well, falling off a chair is an accident. Like, anybody can fall off a chair, especially somebody who is, sorry, I can't do math right now. How old is she?
83.
Yeah, somebody who's 83. I mean, that's like a pretty reasonable thing for somebody, not reasonable, but like plausible thing for somebody 83 years old to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not elder abuse if you call 911 if they have an accident. Like, do you see like how that's, I mean, that doesn't really like make sense to me. Like, if your mom falls off the chair, why would you not want to help her out?
Her face and stuff like that, you know, is bruised up.
From when she fell on the floor?
No, from some of the arguments we've had.
Okay, so they got physical between you and your mom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, that was probably really tough. Those arguments and the things that she said.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about her face, like where did she have marks?
She has marks on her face, on both sides.
Okay. And like, how did she get those?
From some of our arguments.
Okay. From you?
Yeah.
Okay. From what part of your body left the marks on her face?
My hands.
Okay. And in what manner did you use your hands to leave the marks on her body?
Like that.
Is that like an open palm slap?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I saw some marks on her shins.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me more about those?
On her shins? Where?
So there's one on her left shin, like right down the middle somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically in the middle of the shin. It looks like a cut.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me more about that?
Her skin, because of the warping, is very, very, very brittle or soft. Or
that's the medication for blood, right?
That's right.
Okay.
And so her skin is very soft because of that.
Mm-hmm.
If you literally just touch her arm or her hand or something like that, it can make skin come off.
She also has another, it looks like a laceration on her right shin as well, like from the outside. Mm-hmm. Is that because of a similar situation?
I don't know. I just can say her skin is very soft, and if you just, you know, move her leg or whatever, it can cause that kind of, like the skin to you know, tear or peel or whatever.
Okay. Did you move her legs at any point?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, I've moved her legs, you know, to help her walk or pick her up or these kind of things.
Okay. Left shin looks pretty fresh, and it looks pretty deep.
Okay.
Do you remember how that happened? I know you said skin splits, but like that looks pretty like deep.
No, I don't remember how that happened.
Was it from a fall, maybe?
I don't remember how that happened, but I know she fell in the living room area. She had a huge bruise on her leg, if you look at that leg. Mm-hmm. And
that the left or the right leg?
The left.
The left leg. Mm-hmm. When did she fall?
Oh, it's been like the late January.
Oh, okay, so it's been like a while back.
Pressed into a corner, James admitted it himself. The arguments had been getting physical. It had been going on for a long time. This time it went too far.
So when she fell, how did she fall? Like in what manner? I mean, like on the front, on the back, on the side, like anything.
In one case, she fell over on the side on her head. In another case, she fell over on the other side, so over by the furnace. So she's fallen a multitude of times in the last several months.
Okay. Have you ever taken her to the hospital for any of those falls?
I took her to Press Now sometime last year for one of the falls, yes.
Well, what about the last few months?
No, I have not.
No. Mm-hmm. So she was found, like, why is that?
She had a sheet that was on her that had blood on it that I threw away.
Okay. But she wasn't wearing any that morning?
No, she was covering herself with a sheet. I helped her on the night before she had defecated on herself, so I helped try to clean her up.
Okay.
And then I basically, sat her on the walker there, and just because it's close to the bathroom or whatever, in case we needed to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm. So some of them look really deep, and I mean, like, not a doctor or anything, but it looks deeper than just skin.
Right.
The one particularly on her left shin. Can you tell me more about it? I know you said the medication makes the skin split, but that one looks really deep.
There's no, if you're asking me, did I do something like take a knife and cut her or something, the answer is no, I did not.
Because like that, to me, it looks like it's down to the bone.
Can you see that?
It'll be in my hand, that's okay.
Okay, yes.
Is that how it was? How you remember seeing it?
Yes.
Like it's almost down to the bone?
Mm-hmm.
And that you think is because of the medication? Okay. Your mom passes away. You guys didn't have the best relationship at the end of it. Is that fair to say? Because of the ongoing series of arguments?
Yes.
How come it affected you so strongly that you want to take your own life when she passed away?
And that's a leading question you're asking, but I think you know what the answer is, because I feel accountable for what's happened here.
I'm not meaning anything at all. I'm just asking why it's so upsetting to you.
Because I feel accountable for what's happened here.
Because of the arguments getting physical?
Correct.
Is it possible you maybe hit her a little too hard on Monday morning?
I didn't hit her on Monday morning.
Okay. The night before?
Yes.
You think it's possible you hit her a little too hard?
Mm-hmm.
In what manner?
Enough that, that I injured her.
Okay. But where did you hit her that day? The night before?
On her face.
Okay. Open palm or closed fist?
Open palm.
In the end, James Colbert was charged with an open count of failure to report a death and tampering with evidence. The medical examiner ruled his mother's death was caused by blunt force trauma. He pleaded no contest to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 9 years in prison. Moving to the next case, officers responded to what seemed like a routine welfare check, but once inside, they made a horrifying discovery. A grandson had taken the life of his own grandmother during a mental breakdown.
What is it? That's what I was wondering.
We're going to be looking for a head and an arm because I did not see it in the bathroom.
On March 26, 2021, Marion County Sheriff's deputies in Florida were dispatched to the home of 77-year-old Alice Trench after her daughter had been trying to reach her all morning with no answer. Upon arriving, the deputy encountered at the front door would change the entire direction of the call.
Hey, I came out here to do a well-being check on someone, and when I walk up to the door, it smells like kerosene burning kind of smell, and there's no one coming to the door. I don't know how to explain the smell, but it does not smell great. It smells like it smells like kerosene. I don't like the friggin' smell of it when I walk up to the door. I only smell it when I walk up, and I don't know what it is. It stinks, but it doesn't smell like people. It smells like, yeah, kind of chemically. I'll just hang it out front, and actually I'll walk around the property to see if I can see anything out back. There's a tall fence, but I'll see if I can stand over it. It just says she's been trying to call her all morning.
Trusting his instincts, the deputy stepped back and called for fire rescue, a decision that would, unknowingly, preserve everything investigators needed.
Hey, this is 6412. Can you have fire rescue respond? Like, when I walk up to the door here, it smells really bad, like a kerosene-y, propane-y smell. Awesome. They don't have to be 1018, but it's just funny smell, and I don't want to open the door and the house blow up.
While waiting for fire rescue to arrive, the deputy began speaking with neighbors, and what they shared would add an entirely new dimension to the call.
Sir, how you doing today? Have you seen them today?
No.
No, you haven't seen either one of them?
No. She's home because the car's there. Now, early this morning, about 3 o'clock, I went up to get a newspaper. His bedroom's right there. His light was on, so he was there then. And I'm talking about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, do you know if they use like kerosene lanterns or anything for heat?
I have no idea. But he's got so many tools in that shed, he probably could have one.
Okay, there's like a kind of a gas smell coming from the door, so I don't want to open it.
Really?
And it could just be he may be working on something in the garage and it's getting out there, but I don't want to open the door and it be whatever it may be and something blow up.
She's home because the car's there.
All right.
That's all I can tell you.
No, that's all right. We appreciate it. We'll hang out until fires are gonna get here and make sure there's nothing worrisome as far as that smell. Hey, how are you doing today? Have you seen that neighbor recently? Not this one, 2 houses down.
Oh, Alice and Nick?
Yes, Miss Alice.
I haven't seen her, no. I don't usually go over there at all.
Gotcha. You haven't seen him driving in and out recently or anything?
Not today.
Did you see him yesterday?
Yeah, she goes up and down the street quite a bit.
Like walking or?
No, driving.
Driving? Okay, what does she drive? Is it the car that's in the driveway? It's like a dark, kind of grayish black Cadillac?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
It's her car.
Gotcha. Her daughter's calling, worried about her, and I've knocked on the door and it smells kind of gassy, like propane. So I don't know. We're waiting on fire rescue.
Maybe go knock on it, maybe she...
No, don't knock on the door.
He gets in so much trouble. Does she know that it's a wellness check, maybe? Only because, the police are called so much because of Nick, her grandson.
Who's her grandson?
All I know is by Nick. I don't have anything to do with him.
What's he look like?
He's a nice-looking young man.
The pieces were already starting to fall into place as the officers that morning received a call about a naked, disoriented man picked up outside a nearby daycare that same morning, covered in scratches and refusing to identify himself, who could only be one person.
Has he ever been found not with clothes on? See, kind of.
I don't know.
No.
I really don't know.
We found a young guy not too far down the road from here without any clothing on.
Today?
And he wouldn't tell us his name. We couldn't figure out who he was. It was probably about an hour or two ago.
I know that the police have been there a lot, and I feel bad for her. She's raising him. I mean, he's an adult. He's not a teenager. But I know one time there must have been 15 officers that came down, and they were pounding on her door, and they were saying, "Come out or I'm going to bust the door down." She had to be scared to
Gotcha. I'm going to talk to him real quick, see if he's maybe seen him this morning. Thank you.
When fire crews opened the front door, smoke rolled out immediately. What they found inside would stop even the most seasoned officers in their tracks.
I'm going to hang out behind my car. What is it? You want me to tell them to send an engine, or are they already coming?
We already got one coming.
It appears it's possibly a fire inside. Fire's making entry. It's smoking. The second they kicked that door open, smoke rolled out. So it was either smoldering or... That's what I was wondering. But I'm not going over there because it smells bad. Yes, sir.
A little work now, huh?
Yeah, well, we just got the son earlier. He was running naked like a mile that way, and he lives here. I'm about to tape it up for crime scene.
Do you want me to get a dog to go through the woods to see if we can find any clothing or anything in the woods from here to the other place?
When you got here, was the door still locked?
I didn't try and open it because I didn't know if it was propane leaking or whatever.
So
I didn't
you
want
smelled something and said, "Hey, I'm not going in."
I backed out, yeah.
Okay. And you guys were originally called for a well-being check here. It's a hell of a day so far, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is your first homicide?
First one on my own, yeah.
As the investigation was going on, the suspect was already sitting in a jail cell before investigators even knew a murder had occurred. Now it was time to sit across from him.
You hear the naked guy that we had to go out with?
Probably not. I was probably on the call.
There was a naked guy, I can't think of his name, last name's Trent, Nicholas. You know that daycare place on the right if you're heading towards the Oaks? It's like in the back of that plaza?
Yeah.
He was over there naked and he destroyed the fence and was washing himself off with the hose. Shortly after that, I guess it's been about an hour and a half or so now later, I got a signal 54 here for well-being check and I go up to the door and I smell something that smells like kind of kerosene-y, but it made me a little lightheaded. So I went back up and I knocked again, I smelled it again, I didn't feel right, and I was like, I called fire. And I guess she's in there on the bed that's on fire.
Inside the home, what investigators found was beyond anything they had encountered before. Alice Trench had been decapitated and dismembered, a shower left running over her remains, and a kerosene can sitting near the front door.
You good in there?
Yeah, I shut the water off in the shower just to preserve any kind of evidence that's in the shower. Other than that, I mean, I looked around. I mean,
who turned that on?
It was on.
I wonder who turned it. We didn't turn that on.
I'm sure he did it.
Okay.
We're going to be looking for a head and an arm because I did not see it in the bathroom.
Oh, great. And he was between here and that daycare?
Yeah, so we got a canine coming.
I was walking through the woods looking for his clothes earlier.
Did you see a head? No. Okay, well we can mark that area off. That's good.
Looks like a gas can or kerosene can by the front door.
So there's your smell.
That was the kerosene.
Pretty soon we'll become little pawns in this game.
You and me both.
That's it, pal.
Even for the smart people.
The wisers. I call them wisers because they figure out why. They're the ones that figure out why this shit happened. We mitigate tragedy. That's what we do.
Okay, there is a suitcase when you walk in that front bedroom. There's a red suitcase on the floor with a bunch of those blankets. body parts could be in that suitcase.
Sitting across from detectives, Nicholas had an answer for everything except the truth, but the scratches covering his arms suggested otherwise.
Have a seat right there in that seat. We'll get you some water.
Thank you.
Yep, have a seat right there. I'll be right back. You said you wanted a water, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Have a good day, though.
Yep. My name's Billy. This is John. We're detectives here at the Sheriff's Office. What's your first name?
Nicholas.
And your last name?
Church. Now, you're going to have to go over... I'm sitting in a room with two detectives. I woke up in jail 30, 40 minutes ago.
And we're going to talk about a lot of things.
You're all cut up. Are you all right? What happened to your hand?
Well, I do remember one thing before waking up in jail. I fought something that you guys think, or if I even said, you put me in a room bin.
Can you just take us through your day?
Well,
you said that you woke up.
Besides waking up in jail, I was attacked by another man.
Can you take us through it and tell us what happened?
I don't really want to go into the grave in details, but...
See, you're kind of scratched up there.
These are quite thin, and they're long scratches, and they come from something that has long nails, and very short nails.
Where did that happen? Where were you at when you were attacked? Where do you live at? Do you know your address?
Southwest 75th Terrace.
Is that where you woke up this morning?
No, I woke up in jail. Where was I arrested at?
Daycare?
Yeah, daycare.
Tell us, where did you get attacked?
I'm guessing it would be in between my house and that daycare, because there is a daycare off of the road that you turn on the road to my house.
Who do you live at the 75th Terrace house with?
My grandmother.
Where's she at right now?
I don't know.
What is your grandmother's name?
Alice Trench. Yeah, I just remember feeling like real drunk, and then I'm walking around, and I'm trying to get out of the sun, and I remember walking out of the woods to this parking lot, and then I just tried to go walk up to where there's shade. I heard a bunch of people yelling and stuff. I didn't know I was naked. I didn't feel I was naked or anything.
Do you use alcohol?
I used to. I've been on probation for a little while now. I almost feel like I was, like hypnotized or something.
Where did you go to bed last night?
It's a random question. You ever heard that Led Zeppelin song?
Which one?
That Smell.
Is that Led Zeppelin?
Yeah. Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell it?
I've heard that. I've heard that song.
That's a good song, isn't it?
It is. So, what's going on with the grandma?
She's an elderly lady. She kind of hangs out at the house all day with the cats. And
have you guys had any problems? You guys get along okay?
I mean, as much as you could with the elderly lady, Why are you asking me about my grandmother?
We're just trying to figure out, obviously you don't remember where you were, and just trying to get a little bit of history, man. Who lives with you and your grandma?
It's just me and my grandmother. My grandfather passed away about 4 years ago. She's not in the best of health, so I choose to work at the house instead of having to be away from the house. My grandmother, okay.
We're hoping you can tell us.
What are you trying to insinuate?
I'm not trying to insinuate. We're trying to ask you where you were. Most people, unless they experience a significant brain injury or something like that, they're going to remember at least some details about what happened with their day.
I don't remember anything. The last thing I remember was I'm at my house and I'm working on...
A pretty nasty cut you got on your hand there. You cut yourself with like a saw or something?
I got attacked by somebody. What is this? Oh my God.
What happened there?
Oh.
You got some good scratches there, man.
What's today?
Friday.
And this all happened today. You found me at the daycare today on Friday.
Yeah. Come on, you know what happened.
I came home I was around the corner at a friend's house. I usually forget my keys, but she never leaves the door unlocked. The door was unlocked.
All right, what happened when you got home?
I walked in the house and there was somebody else in there. And then I just went, that's where I was attacked at. I remember the alarms waking me up. Beep, 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 beep. I went running after somebody. And then I wake up and I'm on a cold bench in jail.
Where was your grandma when you came home? When this person attacked you, what did you do to defend yourself?
I remember going to go towards my room, but I looked towards the left and my grandmother wasn't laying on a bed. I said, nah. I didn't get a response. And then that's where a fight happened. It happened somewhere right by the front door. And I'm out cold and the fire alarms are going off. I wake up. I chased after somebody through the woods. And then I wake up and I'm by a daycare.
The suspect had an answer for everything. A former friend named Robert Dalton, someone he described as manipulative and threatening, was responsible for all of it.
There was this old man that I used to help out. Everything I did for this man, he always found some type of wrong in it. He would play a lot of these mind games, and my grandma would tell me, stay away from this guy, stay away from this guy. And I would never listen to her about people. His name was Robert. And I remember being very worried about Robert.
What does he have to do with this?
He was just a very close friend of mine. After me and him had a falling out, I wouldn't be at home sometimes and I would get like a feeling he's going to do something to me or my house or my grandmother. I would always worry about my grandmother. And a good friend of mine, my friend that lives around the corner, says, I don't want him in my house. He would say these weird things and he was into voodoo-related shit.
Okay.
And he would say spiritual stuff. He would always talk about the spiritual. He would make you feel terrified sometimes.
We deal with a lot of dangerous people.
Weird guy, man. He's a weird guy.
Yeah.
I would always wonder, as we had that falling out, I felt this dude's gonna seek some type of revenge, some sort of way.
Well, what happened in the house, man? What happened? There's something you're not telling us.
I fought a man in the house. Next thing I know, I'm waking up with the fire alarms going off.
But you don't know who this person is?
I want to say it was Robert.
You want to say it was Robert. Why don't we take a break for a second? I want you to think really hard, because the important part is what happened when that you don't remember, okay?
Oh my God. No. My God, I'm gonna that motherfucker, sick motherfucker, man. If I get my hands on that motherfucker. No.
All right. Okay, so we got some detectives looking into some stuff, okay? Listen,
Can I see a picture of my house?
What do you mean, like a picture, or?
This killed my grandma.
No, I don't think he did.
That's my grandmother. I know he.
No, I don't think he did, man.
Every time Nicholas opened his mouth, he seemed to dig himself deeper. When detectives pointed out that he smelled of gasoline, he deflected by bringing up smoke and smoke detectors, seemingly unaware of just how much he was giving away.
We know that you guys didn't get along and you had a lot of problems. How'd you get gasoline on you?
Gasoline?
You smell like gasoline.
You were smelling things, because I was trying to remember. By the kitchen, I went to go see Alice. She was up laying on her bed and the shower was running. And then I wake up and there's black smoke. I go running into the woods, but I'm barefooted. Why am I barefooted?
Did you get into an argument with your grandma? I talked to a detective that said that you guys like argue a lot. Like she would
talk to a what?
A detective that used to work a case involving you. And she told me that...
Dude, there was never a detective involved in a case.
Didn't you get arrested or something?
What are you talking about?
Did you get arrested?
Dude, I take care of my grandmother. What are you trying to insinuate? I told you Robert Dalton was in my house.
Is it possible you mistook Robert for somebody else? Like your grandma?
You know what? This conversation's over. This conversation's over because I see what you're doing. I see what you're trying to do.
We're just trying to figure out what happened.
I told you Robert Dalton was in my house, and I was attacked by Robert Dalton in my house. I see what you guys are trying to do. You're a f***ing scumbag. You know that? You're a piece of shit.
We're just trying to figure out what happened to your grandma.
This conversation's over, bro. This conversation's over. I would never do anything to harm my grandmother.
Okay.
I would never, ever do anything to harm my grandmother.
Watch your step going down right here. Oh. Good job.
Another day in paradise. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Not a big fan of Florida, though. All right,
Watch your head when you get in.
And then I'll get the, like I said, it's going to be warm.
Why'd you call me? I'll never harm a soul. Never harm anybody.
All right, appreciate it.
Call me if you need anything.
Will do.
Later, investigators looked into Robert Dalton, and the theory went nowhere. In the end, Nicholas Trench was charged with second-degree arson and abuse of a body. He was sentenced to life in prison in August 2022 without the possibility of parole.